All right, buddy. Well, welcome in. I appreciate you joining me. Thanks for actually giving me the courage to even start this, I should say. So, welcome to the first episode of Poor Decisions with Dylan. I know I've talked to you a lot about it, so I'm hoping
Yeah.
you're excited for me.
I'm not
But
sure
this
what
is
I
where we
did to
talk
get you
about
started.
what'd you say?
I'm not sure what I did to get you started, though.
I mean, I just told you about it and you just said send it. So
So,
that's all I needed was just somebody
there you
to
go.
give me the
Little
nudge
spay.
nudge. This is where we talk about bad takes, good drinks, and poor decisions. So, with that, what is your drink of choice tonight?
Do you have a guess?
See, you drink energy drinks for the flavor, but it's also 4 PM. So, are we actually doing that?
Are you going
I'm gonna guess a Monster. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna roll a Monster out the door.
are you thinking white?
I'm thinking a white Monster.
That's of course you are. Oh, no, I went with the
Oh,
Mountain
why did I not think of a freaking zero sugar Mountain Dew?
Baja. What's this flavor? The Cabo Citrus. Like, this shit's good.
The Cabo Citrus?
Zero. Yeah. I don't know if it's limited time. I thought it was, but I feel like it's been on the shelves for a while now. So,
Did you have that one recently, like, when we were at our work function over the weekend? I know you were drinking one
yeah,
that
I
morning. Was it
did.
that same one, or was it a
Yeah,
different
it
one?
must be like Liv and Alyssa were like a flavored Mountain Dew at like 9 in the morning. I'm like, "Yeah,
Rip it. Yeah.
rip it."
I love a good old DC, good old Diet Coke first thing when I wake up. It's just the degen in me that I love.
Normal or you do the 0?
I do the Diet Coke is what I do.
Okay,
The only time I'll do, like, the zero sugar is I'll do the zero sugar cherry Coke,
that's good.
because they have that on fountain, at, Circle K gas stations. So,
Were
I'll
you
get my glizzy, get my hot dog, and I'll get my, my cherry Coke zero
is that
sugar.
like a deal they have, like glizzy drink for X amount of
It's like
dollars?
I think it's either $3 or a $5 meal deal, I can't remember, and you get a glizzy, any size fountain drink. I think actually you can't get their extra large, you can get up to their large, which I think is, like, still a giant soda, and then, a bag of chips, but it's, like, one of those, like, smaller bag of chips that you would get, like, when you were a kid at a freaking soccer game or something, I don't know,
You think
whatever.
your Subway?
No, small, like, a little bit smaller than those, like, Subway ones, yeah.
You know, they made smaller.
And maybe it literally says, like, you can just look at the packaging and it just looks smaller and everything too.
Pack size.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
kind
good
of
one,
a
like
rip-off.
snack size.
That's kind of a rip-off though for a glizzy, a
I think it's
fuck.
$3. I think it's $3.
Oh, okay, that's more doable. Okay,
Yeah, because I think normally, if you're a member of the gas station, it's like 79 cents for the soda.
okay.
So, a hot dog and chips for an extra dollar or 2.20, not that bad, but I can walk over there, it's half a block away. I don't gotta make anything. I can walk the dog over there. He
To get
loves
your
it.
steps in, get a glizzy,
Exactly, yeah. So,
get your
I
steps
get
in
my
to get
steps in to burn off the calories.
exactly.
Mhm.
To burn off
Well,
the meat.
exactly.
Okay, well, hold on. First off, have you had this?
No, that's why I was asking so much about it is because I feel like, are always trying these weird, not weird, different and out there newer, like, soda drinks, and that's one thing that I wanna start doing as well too, just because I try and not drink regular pop soda, whatever the hell you wanna call it.
Never I can't remember last time I had, like, a normal sugared one.
Every now and then, like a good McDonald's or Raising Cane's, those are my 2 favorite Dr. Peppers, like, just a Cane's or McDonald's Dr. Pepper or McDonald's everything is good, like, all of their drinks are good just with their special syrup, whatever the hell that myth is, but it
I think
works.
it's is it the syrup or, like, the piping that they use?
I
Or
think
maybe
it's
both.
the syrup and the machine, I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
knows? Google.
I don't know what it is, like, I feel like to me, zeros, especially the zeros, not so much the diets, even though I do like the diets, like, I feel like they you don't lose the flavor. So I'm like, I might
Mm-mm.
go 0.
No, I remember as a kid, everybody was like, "Oh, don't drink diet soda. It's actually so much worse for you than
So
regular soda. It's the aspartame." I was like, "It's still all terrible for you. Like, I'm
hold on.
still all gonna get cancer and die one day." But
100%, and also this aspartame bullshit pisses me off
dude,
because people are like, "Oh no, like normal sugar is better for you and aspartame's so dangerous." Like, listen, anything in like copious amounts is
Yeah,
good for you. That's what the aspartame is. Like aspartame compared to normal sugar, it's not worse for you. It's if you have a ton of it, then it becomes obviously bad for you.
right.
But the
Sorry, I
amount that
gotta
you have to drink
shut
for
the
that to
blind.
be a thing, like it's craziness. Like you if you drink Coke all the time, like regular, your ass could get diabetes. You're
Yeah.
telling you're telling me that's a better trade-off than drinking aspartame? Fuck off.
Yeah, well, not only are you gonna get diabetes, you're also gonna gain weight because there's the calorie aspect of it
Yeah.
too. So, I mean, I can't remember if the study's real or not or what it is, but it's like basically you have to drink like 40 diet sodas a day for like 30 years to like get the effects of all of that aspartame in there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a ridiculous amount that no one should be able to reach, and if you can reach that and you are, you got problems. So,
I know you're never on like TikTok, you're on like the Instagram reels and stuff. But there's
yeah.
this guy on TikTok and he does videos of he's like a day in the life of a true soda addict and he drinks like like 24 sodas if not more a day.
What?
Like he'll do videos of him doing like grocery hauls and it's just him buying like his entire back like seat of his SUV and the trunk area. It's just like 50 12 packs of soda.
Normal?
Uh, no, zero sugar ones.
Well,
So
that's still crazy.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy.
He'll go to the gym and he'll have like a giant jug of soda at the gym. Yeah. He'll and then he also have a water as well too, but it's
How does he
wild.
look, like, visually?
Um, I mean, he's not fat, he's not skinny or buff or anything, but he's pretty
Yeah.
toned up. I'd say maybe not like I feel like I've gotten a little bit chunkier as the last few months, but like he's not as like beer gut as I have, but
Okay.
he's not like a ripped dude by any means. So he's a good average human being.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking more. I wasn't thinking, like, overweight. I didn't know, like, skin texture and, like I know that sounds weird, but, like, I didn't know if drinking that amount was, like, messing with his, like, aesthetics.
No, I mean he looks like a normal dude. Actually, he looked like my Uber driver home from the airport today. It was actually, or I guess my Uber driver looked like him. Um, well, back to
Oh,
the
your turn.
drink. What'd you say?
It's your turn. Like,
I
what
know. I was just about to say that I haven't taken a drink yet, and I've just been staring at it. I'm getting excited.
well,
I'm sure you
we
can
gotta drink
guess.
together.
I'm sure you can guess what I'm gonna be drinking.
Well, I know you are and I fuck this up every time, a whiskey or a bourbon connoisseur.
I would classify myself more bourbon than anything, but I do love all forms of whiskey. Um, I feel like I have to explain this all the time to people, but like whiskey technically is like an overarching umbrella, and then there's different types of whiskey underneath. So like bourbon is a type of whiskey, but then there's also like American whiskey, so it's still like a whiskey. So it's so and everybody gets hate or gets pissed about each other. I'm probably gonna get corrected by some noob in the comment section of this video if anybody watches it. But
I'll watch it.
but
You'll
no,
watch
I love bourbon. That's my go-to. I'd say right after that would be like Scotch. I'm a big fan of Scotch. I have not branched out nearly as much with Scotch just because it's more expensive and I just don't know as much. Um, had some good pours at the hotel last night of some Scotch that I like actually. Um, I'd say rye is definitely up there as well too. Heck, it's all really up there. I love a good Irish whiskey. It's so variable, but what I would if you had to give me one of them forever, it'd be bourbon for sure. So
So it
today
sounds
I am drinking a nice pour of some Stag.
I've heard of Stag.
It's called Stag. It used to be called Stag Junior. They removed the Junior because there's like the big brother of this one. Just basically is aged longer. It's the exact same bottle. This is roughly like 6 to 8 years old. The other one's like roughly like 15 to 18 years old. So it's just basically aged longer in a barrel. But right in line, my Glencairn. So cheers to you, buddy.
Cheers. Let
Ooh, a
me
fresh pop.
you hear that? I saved it
Ooh,
for this.
let's go. Cheers.
Oh. I
Ooh.
wish I was manly enough to do that, man. I am such a puss.
Um,
I don't know if I actually tried because, like, there for a while, I'll be honest, I didn't love wine. As you know, I don't really like I don't like the taste of alcohol, to be completely honest with you. I do it for, like, the
you're a
social.
social drinker. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't crave it. I'm not like, "Oh, man, I gotta have this drink," but, like, I
Yep.
actually learned to like wine,
Okay.
and I feel like I could drink wine straight up, like, not all the time, but, like, that's the one where I'm like, "You know what? I really actually enjoy the flavor of
Like
wine,"
after a
where
hard day of work.
yeah, I was like, "Maybe if I tried that with whiskey and bourbon, maybe I would." I don't know, but that shit fucking burns, dude. Like,
So this specific bottle is 127.6 proof. So that is 63.8% alcohol.
what's that compared to, like, Everclear?
I think like the true version of Everclear is
That
like
99?
yeah, or like 80 or 90, 95, 90. I mean, yeah, a lot. But like that's just a grain alcohol is basically all that is. So you're not doing anything to it, but just trying to get it as high proof as possible to have at a dumb jungle juice college party or something. So, but
That that's
gets the
what I
job
have.
done.
Have you had it?
I don't know if I've technically ever had like, because I know there's multiple different types of Everclear
Yeah.
depending on where you're at in like what state, because it's not legal in all states. So they have like lower proofed versions. I don't know which one I've had. I know I've had one. It just tastes like the worst vodka you've ever tried in your life. Like,
It was brutal. I think I've had it twice in my life, and both were at Ohio State when I was there, or at least visiting. I can't remember if I was actually there
I feel like
visiting.
it's a very Midwest thing.
Well, because you could get the real thing in Kentucky,
Okay.
and I don't know if you still can, like, obviously,
Right.
this years ago, but, um, we couldn't get it in Cincinnati, so we would drive over the river, and they had this what's that place called? It's a huge liquor store, Party Source, I believe.
Party
Uh,
source. Okay.
so we'd go there because if we knew we were having a big party, we're like, "Fuck it, let's go get Everclear," and they did have you
It's
heard of the
cheap.
yeah, it's so cheap, man, and, like,
Mhm.
it
Cheap
you
gets the
gotta
job
mix
done.
you gotta mix that
Oh
up.
yeah. If you take just a pull or shot of Everclear, you're a psychopath. Like
Rubbing alcohol.
you need locked away in a jail cell and toss away the key for
I've
sure.
had buddies that they took a shot.
I would do it. I would try it. Like
Yeah,
you
you're
got
an animal, though. You're a fucking animal. Like, I don't think you would turn away a shot where, like, that's my MO is turning away a shot.
I now that I've gotten older, I do not like shots nearly as much. I still drink my drinks just as fast though, so how much does it really affect me? Because I just for whatever reason, there's a lot of shots that they just upset my stomach. Like as soon as I swallow it, pause, um, I can just instantly feel the urge to wanna throw up. I could be stone cold sober, super drunk, or everywhere in between, and it'll be random days too.
So,
Like,
is it more of the mix shots that get you then? Like, or the straight up
um,
if you just take a thing of Jameson
I
or
would say I would say definitely, yeah, you're right, definitely more than mixed shots, like green tea, for example, smashed those in college. When I bartended some weddings, and it was the easy I always would tell people, "Hey, do you guys want a fun party shot? Like, it's green tea, it's easy to make, it's fun, tastes good." And then now for whatever reason, I think it's the peach schnapps in it, it just hits my stomach so weird, like, as soon as I smell it even, I'm just like and I've never like, everybody has that one alcohol that you've gotten sick off of before and you can never drink it again. I never had that experience. It was just like a light switch one day just happened.
hmm. I
Yeah.
definitely that's honestly why I hate shots
Yep.
is I had that moment, and it was unfortunately in high school. So, um, my buddy, dude, he was 2 doors down from me, still, like, one of my best friends. We would, like, basically switch off on, like, who had parties, like, because our parents would have to be gone, so you'd kinda have to sneak it.
Yep.
So, anyways, it was his house was empty for, I think, probably a week. I think it was when his parents went to Hilton Head. Sorry, Gellenbecks, if you ever listen to this. But we pre-gamed really hard before everyone was getting there, and we were fucking ripping shots of, like, Absolute, and I was already sloshed, like,
Oh.
out of my mind, and people started getting there, and,
This
this
is before all the parents were getting there?
there was no parents there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no parents there, like, 'cause I think they were in, like, Hilton Head for vacation or something, I can't
Oh,
remember.
so you were at the okay, that makes sense. Right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
so then people started trickling in, and this guy shows up. Now I remember this, and he's like, "Brendan, let's take a shot." And I was like, I actually had the wherewithal to say no. because I was
Wow.
like, I knew that it was probably gonna be the tipping point.
That was gonna be the last one.
Yeah, and then I rip it and immediately luckily I was in the kitchen, I just turn around and fucking yak in the right into the, sink, and I
In the
hate
food pot.
throwing up.
Yeah,
So,
same.
like yeah, I hate it. Like, it, like, gives me the heebie-jeebies, I don't know why, and I have basically refused shots as hard as possible since then.
Dang, so a good like, basically your entire drinking in adult life, you're just like, "Shots, nope, I'm out." Is there anything that, like, you would enjoy or, like, kind of enjoy? Just, like, in
You know me,
extreme moderation?
you know me, like, if it's foo-foo, I can
Just
put my
pinkies
pinky
up?
out, I'll do it.
Like a little gummy bear shot or something?
I don't know if I've
Little
had that.
blowjob shot maybe? Little cream?
Yeah, I've had one called, fuck, what's it called? Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that's
Rum
great.
chata and I can't remember what else is in it,
Yeah, I can do that. I've had some green teas,
but ideally, you would just rather
like
have a
lemon
nice
drop.
cocktail, have a nice conversation.
Yeah, like, you
Yeah.
know me, espresso martinis, margaritas, like, that's my shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which will still definitely get the job done, so
it will, I mean, it tastes better going down, and one of
yeah.
the first shots I ever had, I think you said you've had it, is that shit in, Chicago they always give you when you visit.
Lord. Oh,
Whoa.
that
Dude.
it's wormwood liqueur or something like that, and I don't know who decided, like, "Let's try wormwood," or whatever the fuck they're doing, but yeah,
I
ass.
I don't know
Which
who decides to continue to make that.
no, 100%, and it's weird too because they do, the Chicago handshake. So it's you get a old style beer, which I believe is made in Chicago. I could be wrong on that. Sorry, Chicagoans. And then Malort, which is also made there. And you get it for like dirt cheap because it's like old style's like a super terrible beer, like just like a Milwaukee's best or Milwaukee's best light or something type of just nasty beer. And
Yeah.
then the shot of Malort. And so like you're drinking this disgusting beer to wash down your shot. And it's not really helping. And yeah, I did it here in Phoenix, actually, of all places, in
At
Arcadia.
Cabo?
Yeah, in Arcadia,
Oh,
about a year and a half ago. Yep, that was my first time
where?
trying
Where'd you
Malort.
go in Arcadia?
Um, uh, gosh, what is that place called? Do you know where the Nook is? Nook Kitchen?
I think so. If I saw it, I would know.
But there's this, place, like, right it's on Indian School, and it's right there, like, next to the Nook Kitchen, just, like, in that same like, to the west of it. The Attic Ale House is what it's called.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that, I've just never been to it.
They have a ton, like, probably like 20, 30 beers on tap, maybe not that many, but, like, all of their old beers that they've had on tap, they have, like, all the old, like, handles of, like, the beer, like, all scattered on their ceiling and their walls and stuff. It's a really cool spot. But, yeah, for whatever reason, they had it on their menu a year and a half ago, and I was like it was like
And it's over?
$5. I was like, "I've never done it. Might as well try it."
Oh, dude. Like,
Yeah.
that place that should never even exist, and it should never leave Chicago. That shit is disgusting.
Alright, well, we've been talking about the Midwest and stuff a little bit. I had a couple questions I wanted to ask you in some, like, podcast format.
Alright?
So, obviously, you come from, like, Cincinnati, Ohio area.
Mhm.
Grew up there a lot of your life, kinda bounced around a lot of places.
Mhm.
Um, tell me about your, like, transition to, like, Phoenix, where we kinda met, like, the Scottsdale area.
Do you want me to, like, talk about what led me to there?
Yeah, if anything, whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, you nailed it
You'll
on
see
the
where I'm
head.
going with this in a minute.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me close my blinds, I feel like it's fucking annoying.
Dude, I had to do the exact same thing, and now
Is
I have
that
this weird
better?
glare in the middle of my screen, so
Is that
good thing
better?
this is episode 1, and we'll just get it a lot better as I keep going.
I'll have to get, like, a blackout curtain here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little green screen or something, probably not, but
That'd be sick.
yeah, I'm too lazy for that. I just wanna keep it as low key as possible until I can afford an actual setup, like
Studio?
yeah, obviously, I would love to be able to do this in person.
That'd be sick. We could here, like you and
Yeah,
I.
me and you could. I definitely have some other friends that would definitely do it. Um, it's getting, like, a camera view. That
Yeah.
that would be the hard part, like, to get it on us. Pause again, Jesus. But like I told you about, like, I wanna be, like the podcast that I envision is, like, exactly like this, like, some good questions and stuff,
Yeah.
learning about my guests, learning about me, but there's BSing the whole time. I mean, we went from talking about a Chicago handshake to diabetes within soda and everywhere in between. We're gonna keep going, so
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, man.
No, you're good. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, the Midwest is actually kind of what even connected you and I in a weird way, even though yes and no, because we're in Arizona. But I was actually born in Iowa, which
That's
I know
right, yep.
I know you can resonate with because
I was
you're
born
born
and raised my whole life in Iowa, yep.
yeah. So I only lived in Iowa until I was what would that have been? Until like 4 or 5?
Marshalltown, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Marshalltown, and then we moved to Kansas City. We were only there for about a year and some change. I feel like we literally just got, like, settled there and
Yep.
then had to move again because of my dad's job, and that actually took us to Arizona. That was my first stint
Oh, I
in
didn't know that.
was because my dad's job took us to Phoenix,
Okay.
which is where I fell in love with it. Like,
Right.
we
So
were
how
there
old were you when you moved here the first
I
time? Obviously, that
was like
way back when.
I was maybe 7, 6, 7. Every time, man. Um, yeah, so I think I was right around 7, and then we moved away right around my 10th birthday. Uh,
Okay, so, like, that age where you're getting, like, to play outside, have fun,
and
and
that's
it's
why
Arizona, it's beautiful here, so, like,
oh,
as long as
that's
it's not the summer, like but not even just beautiful, like, outside as in, like, temperature-wise, but just the area is beautiful, like, everything you look at is gorgeous.
well, to kinda go back to what you said with, like, the summer, because that's what everyone fucking hates on, and
Mhm.
I kinda understand it, but I'll be honest with you, man, especially when I was young, still the best time of my fucking life was
Yeah, exactly.
wrong, I was young, so life was easier, but
Right.
my friends and I, man, in the summer, we still one of the hockey leagues that I played in, because I started with roller,
Yeah.
you played year round, and the rink was outside. So
Damn.
we still had games, tournaments, practices, like, we were still playing in the desert and fucking loved it, man. Like,
Yeah.
being outside here, like, actually, like, sounds really stupid, but it, like, changed my life, and when I moved away, not to say that we weren't super active, because the next move was to Ohio.
Yep.
I went to from Phoenix to Ohio. All of my friends were super active, they're all, like, athletes and,
Mhm.
always dicking around with a bunch of different sports. So, like, don't get me wrong, we were still outside a lot, but there was something just very different from, like, outside activities and feel in Arizona compared to the Midwest.
Okay.
I don't really know how to explain it, to be honest. It's just
No, that's it. But the wheels are turning in my brain. I was trying to think of because I never really left my area throughout much. I would go to the suburbs of Chicago every year for Thanksgiving. Maybe go down to like into Missouri sometime. I lived on the border of Nebraska and Iowa, in Iowa specifically though, so I mean it's all the same thing.
mhm.
And but like up until high school, I never left those states until right after I graduated high school. I went to Florida for the first time. So I
Oh,
never Yeah, I never branched out of, like, Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, like, those 5 states. I guess I went up to, like, North Dakota once, but, I mean, it's all like, literally the Midwest. I never left the Midwest until right after I graduated high school. My mom took us me and our family to Florida, so I got to see the that was the first time I hopped on a plane.
wow.
So I'm trying to think of if I was a kid living here now, how would have my, like, going outside and playing been different than it is here? And shit, I wish I would've been here. I would've been able to get into a pool whenever I wanted, whereas
Well,
back home, you get, like, 8 weeks, and that's about it.
I think that's the thing, and maybe that was the difference is, like, man, you yeah, sure, you'd be hot and sweat your ass off, but, like, every one of your friends, no matter how wealthy or not wealthy they were, everyone had pools in their backyard in Arizona. So, like,
I
the outdoor activities, like, really never fucking stopped.
I think I mean, whereas you have the winter or the extremely rainy, nasty days back home
Yeah,
in the Midwest that you can't, like you can go outside and play in the winter for a little bit, like, after a fresh snow, as long as it's not negative 20 degrees, and
yeah.
even then, like, you're just it's so cold, like, you're just your body, no matter how young you are, can't handle like, you definitely hit your breaking point. Obviously,
Well
you might be able to go a little bit longer as a kid because 'cause you're having fun, but
yeah.
still.
Well, I think it actually led me to probably why I liked it and how it was so different as a kid is, yes, it's hot all the time, but guess what? Like, the weather's consistent here.
Yeah, yeah, you know what it's gonna be
in the
Almost
Midwest,
every
dude,
month, you can tell what the weather's gonna be.
yeah, in the Midwest, as you know, like, it is so fucking bipolar, and it
Dude, it's
it
April.
drove me nuts.
I think they just got pounded with freaking a bunch of snow all over the place.
Like, I was talking to my sister today, and I was, like, asking her what she's doing this weekend, and she's like, "I don't know, I kinda wanna take the dog somewhere, take her out, maybe to, like, a rooftop or something." She's like, "Oh, wait, never mind, it's raining." "Oh, no shit." There's I feel like there's, like, an 80% chance of rain fucking every day, you just don't know it, and, like, don't get me wrong, like, Florida kinda has that too, but Florida gets a tiny little shower every day, and it's back to being beautiful.
Exactly, yeah, it passes over really fast.
Where the Midwest is not like that. So I think even though we were super active in Ohio, there's still a lot of, like, weather conditions that fucked with that. Like, you might have wanted to be outside, but if it's fucking pouring down raining and it's, like, storming, you're not
R
gonna be outside.
Yeah, 100%.
Just naturally, it's not gonna happen. So I think it being such a consistent thing day in and day out in Arizona is, like, what always stood out to me and, like, made a
Yeah.
huge impact in my life. So when we moved to Ohio, like, don't get me wrong, some of the nicest people and some of my best friends and even some of my family's best friends are still there.
Mhm. All my family and friends are back there,
I I
or I
could
guess in Iowa.
yeah, I did leaving Arizona was one of the when I was young, was one of the saddest days of my life because 'cause I'm like, "Fuck." Like,
Yeah,
we had such a great group here, like, it's where I
yeah.
grew up and, like, learned how to play hockey, which obviously changed my life as well. Um, and, like, just leaving, I was like, "I can't believe we're leaving paradise." Like, that was the
Mhm. Yeah, that's what everybody calls it here is
yeah.
paradise, yeah.
I had never lived in paradise because I fucking lived in Iowa and Kansas, like, that
Yeah.
ain't paradise.
No.
So, like, Ohio, it was just kind of a mind fuck, and it luckily, I met friends really quick, and they're still my friends to this day, but, like, I always knew I needed to get back. Like,
Yep.
I knew I had to get back to Arizona, I just didn't know when or how it was gonna happen, and I actually had a lot of moves before getting back here. I went to PA for a little bit, so Pittsburgh. I was
Okay.
th I was there a few months, and then actually before that no, sorry, before that, I was in Florida for a few months, like, right
Wow, you've
outside
been
of
everywhere, damn.
yeah, and then moved back to Ohio, and then moved to PA, and then the girl that I was dating at the time, she had born and raised in Pennsylvania, like Pittsburgh and
Yep.
Schittsburg. They call it Schittsburg for a fucking
Schittsburg, yeah.
one of the worst places. Um, she basically wanted to leave. Like, she's like, "I've been born and raised here. I know there's more out there." I don't remember how, like, she fell in love with Arizona or even wanted to, but I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go." Because like, I
Yeah,
always
I'm ready to go back.
yeah. So, that relationship, is actually what kind of made us both jump. Obviously, we're not together anymore, but, like, for that part of the relationship, I am grateful for because who
Yeah.
knows if I ever woulda got here or how long it woulda taken me to get here. So, that's how I got back here was actually kind of amidst, like, COVID. The Midwest
Okay.
fucking sucked even more during COVID
Yeah,
because
'cause, everything's shut down. I mean, when everything's shutting down, there's already limited things to do.
yeah, oh,
No,
well,
you can only
everything's shut down minus, like, breweries and fucking McDonald's, like, I couldn't even fucking go to the gym in the Midwest because those, I guess, you being healthy, yeah,
yeah, it's
you don't go
crazy
do
how
the fucking thing.
all of politics aside, it's crazy how all the stuff that they shut down was, like, the most important shit, and they wanted to keep open all the revenue things.
Yeah,
Not even all the revenue things, like, it was just the most random stuff.
yeah, it was just it was a weird fucking time, and I think she was tired of the antics, and she had never really lived anywhere else, and I knew that I loved Arizona, so I'm like, "Fuck, let's do it." So,
Yep.
that's what led me back here, and then, I mean, then we met, like, 4.5, 5 years later, but you kinda have the same story because like, you started in the Midwest and
Yeah.
you found your way here.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously didn't have a lot of moves in between then. It was basically, like, Counts Bluffs, Iowa, from z from nut to to 18.
Well, I'm sucking on a Baja over here.
Sucking on a Baja. What what was, our buddy Colin was saying this weekend? He kept on saying, like, "I am sure there's a sentence that's never been said before, and you just said it." I think that might just have been one, like,
That
"I'm
it?
sucking on a Baja." Um, but no, like, yeah, so from before I was even born, my parents born and raised there, I was born and raised there, went to college with my girlfriend at the time, my now wife, dropped out of college, but stayed there with her, so in Iowa City.
Mhm.
So only like 3.5 hours away from Council Bluffs, just like the east side of Iowa.
Yeah.
Once she graduated, we moved back home into Council Bluffs, stayed there for about 2 years or so, and then just went across the river into Omaha, like, so basically all the exact same thing. And we were home for almost 3 years because we moved home in May of 2019, and we left yesterday was our 4-year mark in Arizona, actually.
Arizona?
Yeah, so April 1st, 2022 is when we
I was
came
tw
to
I was 2021 October.
yeah, so, um, literally we kinda had a different view of how we fell in love with it. We had one of our best friends who ended up being the maid of honor in our wedding. She lived out here, and we visited her about a year into COVID. It would've been like March, yeah, like, I think COVID started in what, March of 2020, and we came in March of 2021.
Okay.
And so what, 12 and a half, 13 months later is when we moved to Arizona. We came and visited her out here, fell in love with it, knew we h huh?
That's quick.
Yeah, it was super quick. We knew we loved it. We wanted to get back. We just never knew how.
Yeah.
And Alicia ended up getting a job offer in October-ish, November-ish, maybe like more like November. And they were like, "Hey, we'll pay for your move." She loved the job, like was super excited, and then that was the cherry on top. They're like, "We'll pay for everything."
That's insane.
Um, so like we didn't spend a dime. It maybe cost us a few $100. But other than that, they paid for it all. Um,
Now, did you? Because obviously her job brought you, right? So,
mhm,
like, you felt like you had some security there because one of you it's not like you guys just up and left and didn't have anything.
yeah.
Did you have something lined up, or you like, "Fuck it, I'm just going with you, babe, and we're gonna make it work"?
So yeah, I mean, so you kind of know where my background is. Obviously, we worked together, so we've gone through a lot of this.
Yeah.
I was at so going even back a step is like moving to Iowa City with her, going to college. I dropped out of college like right after my first year. Tried messing around for another like 3 semesters, like a year and a half after that, and just kept on not enjoying it. So like, I think for those 3 semesters, even after my like quote unquote freshman year, um, at community colleges, I don't even know if even got a single credit in those 3 semesters. So
Go to class.
I know, just never went to class, just
Yeah.
hated school,
School
tried,
sucks.
like, 4 different majors in 5 semesters and just hated it,
Yeah.
which is weird. I was damn near a 4.0 student in high school,
Were you
like
really?
yeah,
What did you hate about school? Because I fucking hated school because, like, it just like, it's kinda like sports, like, when
mhm,
it kinda comes easy for people,
yeah, yep,
and school does too for some people.
that was me.
That was you?
I
Okay.
never had to study
Why'd you
unless it was
hate
like
it?
huh?
Why'd you hate it? Like, what was the stress about school for you then?
I think what happened was I was so good at school in high school that I never had to study. I never had to try. Granted, we went to like one of the easiest schools in the freaking country. Like their motto was we want to try and get to 100% graduation rate, which basically meant even if you're failing, we're just going to kick you along and make you pass, which is stupid.
That's not
Um,
you got by though.
no, I got
Yeah.
by getting great grades. The only time I started slipping on grades in high school was when I started taking college courses because I could no longer I could pass without studying, I just couldn't get an A without studying.
So you were taking college courses in high school.
I graduated high school with like 30 college credits.
What the fuck, dude? How did you finish?
I don't know, but
Hold on. I don't say that with judgment. It was just
no, no,
more
no, I get it.
yeah, because 'cause I'm like, it took me 8 years to finish college, and I'm not a fucking doctor, so
Yeah.
and I
I,
didn't start it with 30 credits.
I think what happened is I went to school and realized that there was no possible way for me to not or to pass without having to put effort in. And it sounds super lazy and annoying, but and I think what also happened is I just didn't find what I enjoyed, quick
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
and, like, getting thrown into a big lecture hall with 250 kids, like, just wasn't for me, like, nothing Was addicted to video games is another thing too. Like I loved playing video games. I prioritized that. I would stay up till 3 in the morning playing video games and then
Yeah,
miss my first class and then be like, ah, crap, I'll get to my second one, miss my second one. And then by then I was like, all right, I'm just not going.
that's fair. Yeah,
So part of it's on me. One of my biggest regrets of my life, but also like I was really down bad on myself, like very depressed for like many years afterwards because of
mhm.
that. Took me a lot of like self-reflection to get away from it. I'm still disappointed in myself and wish I would have figured out a way, but I'm happy with where I am now. So like
I was gonna say,
I
like,
regret not doing it, but I don't regret where I am, if that makes sense.
but what do you think you would have gotten out of it if you did finish? Like, what, like, like, and I say this because I do have my degree.
Mhm.
I can't say it's a proud moment of my life. I like truthfully can't. Like,
Yeah.
I have it. Yes, I have it to put on my fucking LinkedIn and my resume and
Mhm.
all the people I did it.
Right.
It to me, it's like it's not a notch like that I really feel great about. I'm kind of the reverse where I almost wish I didn't fall into all of that
Yeah.
and actually took a chance on myself and dreams because I always kind of had like an entrepreneurial kind of like
Yep.
mindset of like, man, this school shit and these like steps to life that you're supposed to take, it really wasn't for me.
It's also cliche and weird and forced upon.
Well,
And with
that's my thing though. So it's like, what do you regret? Because in my mind, you've still made it for yourself. Like, what do you
appreciate
feel
that.
like? Do you really feel like you lost anything?
That's that's again where I fight myself all the time, even to this day. Now, what? It's almost 7 years. I mean, when I started school and it originally dropped out the first time, it's now almost yeah, it's basically 10 years removed from my first year in college. My first year in
Yeah.
college would have ended in May of 2016, so I'm like right there. Um, I definitely combat that every day of like, yes, I'm successful. Yes, I'm happy in the career I've made for myself. But what if I could have been one more step ahead if I wouldn't have, or 2 steps or 100 steps ahead of where I am now. That's where I said, like, I'm not ungrateful or regretful of where I am today because I think I've done very well for myself for being that, like, quote unquote, college dropout who doesn't have that fancy degree. But I
Yeah.
feel like I've done a really good job of playing catch up with a lot of people in my same age group, even people older than me, younger than me. I feel like the only thing that I is the unknown. That's what keeps me up awake at night is that what if. And
Yeah.
that's where I need to have like a conversation with myself is saying there is no what if there's now. I have great friends, a dog, a beautiful freaking amazing wife, great family. Like what more can I
Yeah.
do besides have more whiskey, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's my thing. I almost have the complete opposite of that where I'm like, what if I actually took a chance on myself when I was younger? What if I
Yeah.
what if I didn't, do the status quo bullshit that I feel like I had to? And neither one of my parents finished college. They both made it themselves and they do very well for themselves.
Yeah.
I think they both wanted me to finish because my sister finished too. She was really good in school.
Mhm.
I think they both wanted me to finish because they didn't.
That's how
And
my parents were. Neither of them both of them barely graduated high school. My
yeah,
dad ended up going back to college, and just graduated with I mean, he just got his master's at, like, 45 years old.
sick. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, can I ever do it one day? Sure. Will I? I'd like to think maybe, just to say I did it, and maybe it can get me across the finish line to something. I feel like the only thing that really a degree matters in today's world is super technical ones or to give you a better chance of getting higher up a ladder quicker. And what I mean by that is if there's me and there's not contestant, option me or option B or me or whatever B for a job offer. Like in our resume, every single thing about us is a mirror. Personality, quota hitting, like every tangible thing. And the only thing on the other side is a degree for the role. I feel like it's an almost inevitable that a job hire or job interview or person or whatever it is, boss is gonna hire that person for that one thing.
Yeah.
And it's a stupid thing in society, like, it shouldn't really
Oh, yeah.
matter,
Yeah.
but and I feel like as you get lower down the ladder, it's not as prevalent. It's once you get to the high point where
Yeah.
maybe I wanna become a VP of sales one day with some company or something like that or some executive level. That was where they would say, "Oh, you don't have that experience. Go get it, and then we will," even though I've worked 10, 15, 20 years of my life
Yeah.
in it.
That's what scared me kind of into biting the bullet and finishing is because my dad, kind of like you, like he found his way and was able to make a great living for himself and like continue
Mhm,
to grow in companies, climb up the ladder without having that. And then he was in that exact scenario that you just said where he was in the running. It was the last two, it was between him and another guy.
mhm,
He got through all the interviews. He had a stacked resume with experience that would have definitely been like, yeah, this job, you're made for this job.
yep,
The other guy, well, in the final meeting, the guy was asked my dad, he's like, "Well, where'd you graduate from? I don't see it on your resume." My dad's like, "Well, I didn't." That was what fucking cut him.
yeah,
And I'll
it's
never
stupid.
forget that because like, that was where the fear kind of fell in for me, and I'm like,
Mhm,
"Fuck." Like, I guess
yeah,
that could screw me in the future, but, like, hindsight, I don't know, like,
yeah,
you and Alicia are like, you guys wanna have kids.
yep.
When that happens, are you gonna push your kids to go to school? Like, not school, but you mean like college, like
I would say see, that and that's where I'm very, I can't even think of the word for it, is, not two-faced, what's, like, the opposite of that of, like or not
hypocrite
huh?
hypocrite?
Yeah, I'm very hypocritical, I feel like I will want to. I feel like it truly does open up a lot of opportunities, but, I mean, that's 20 ish years from now, maybe more.
Yeah.
Who knows what the world's gonna look like in 20 years? I mean, we both work in AI-based stuff. What happens with that? Like, who knows what's gonna happen? So, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If I had a kid graduating high school right now, I would, like, be pushing them to go to high school or go to college, but I would not be upset if they didn't, as long as they had a realistic plan or goal for themselves looking forward. That's what I want, is I guess maybe that's a better answer to your question is I want them to have a plan. And even if that plan fails and they change it, that's cool. I did it a million times, but have the ambition, I guess, is all I care about. Like, have
Yeah,
that want to do good for yourself, and if it takes you longer, so be it. Like, good for you. You got your hands a little dirty. You made it.
yeah, that's where I think I should have probably asked that question a little bit better because
No,
obviously,
no, you hit it on.
no, well, I could have asked it better because obviously you could have a kid that maybe just seems a little lost. You know, some kids blossom late, just plain and simple,
No,
like
100%.
with hobbies, maybe even work ethic. But if you had a kid that was like either brilliant or super driven or just kind of
Uh,
had that business mindset without even going to school, and he's like, "Hey,
yeah.
dad, would you rather invest in me, help me kinda get a business started, or do you wanna pay for me to go to college?"
No, yeah, I 100% agree with that. I mean, what, there's probably a million of those kids out there right now. Some of the even the biggest name people in the world have done that. It's happened.
I think that's what, like, I think our minds are starting to, like, open a little bit more as society too, because you see all these young fuckers, like, just entrepreneurs, and I think it's
That are
incredible.
retired at 22,
Well,
23 years old.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible. Like, some
Yeah.
obviously don't know how to handle themselves in that situation, like, and they just become a bunch of fucks, but, like,
You
then
know,
there's
I mean, we live in one of those cities where there's a lot of them around, and yeah, they're the Scottsdale assholes that everybody makes fun of.
Yeah, and there's a ton of, like, young entrepreneurs, and I think it's fucking incredible, like, whether they're shitheads or
100%.
not, but it's like, I actually even if they act like dickheads, which most
Yeah.
of them do, I still applaud them in a weird way, and I almost envy them a little bit, uh,
Yeah.
not like I'm a fucking fanboy, but it's like, "Hey, at least you took a chance on yourself and you fucking made it," like, I think that's really cool. Like, I think that it's cool they had that opportunity, whether it's their parents that helped them with it, and I think it's cool that they took that chance too.
No, yeah, I'm right there in there with her, and I hate to an extent, I hate the, like, "Oh, mommy and daddy made you everything, got you everything."
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I don't love that,
be
but
be bel I'll there's obviously times where mommy and daddy did make you, like, they gave you everything, but there's also times where just because my mom or dad helped me, give me 50 grand or gave me 10 grand or gave me just advice that
mhm,
your parent didn't, that's no shame on me. Like, I just had a different tool in my toolbox,
yeah,
like, to an extent. So, well, I you said something really cool that I wanna touch on a little bit is, um, kinda like putting yourself out there, wishing I'd take a chance on myself. I know you're kind of doing a little bit of something right now. Can you give me a couple little snippets? I know it's not out yet, but give me
yeah.
some behind the scenes action.
Yeah, I mean, it it's kind of a love-hate right now because it's been such a fucking clusterfuck, man.
It's all
But
good things start.
yeah, hopefully. But basically, as of now, what it's starting out as is just kind of apparel, like just clothing.
Mhm.
But it's basically centered around my love for hockey and dogs because
Yep.
those two things have impacted my life probably more than you could fucking say school or most jobs have, to be honest
Yeah.
with
100%.
you. I think hockey made me who I was or who I am. Playing with all the different teams and personalities and people from all over, like you have to learn how to navigate that shit. And when you're playing with all these different demographics, that teaches you a lot. Like I didn't just play with my high school.
Yeah.
It's like I was playing with people all over Ohio, playing with people all over in Arizona when I lived here. Like you have to learn that. So like personality, I think hockey made that for me.
Cool.
Uh, and definitely the happiest times of my life was when I was just engulfed in it. So then dogs have always been in my life since I was a kid. I
Mhm.
can't know life without a dog. There's been some years where I didn't have a dog, and I'll tell you, like I was definitely less happy for sure.
Mhm.
Especially looking back at it. So like those two things I really want to give back to too. So it's not only like a passion project to me and two things that I love, but hockey's not super accessible to people. It's one of the hardest sports to get into because how expensive it is,
Yeah.
lack of resources and options where every other sport, you can go down to every park. And if you want to play baseball, guess what? There's
There's probably a baseball field. Yeah.
if you want to play tennis, there's fucking 20 courts. If
Yeah.
basketball, there's 5 courts where rinks just aren't accessible. They are in some states where it's totally free. They're at a lot of parks like
Yeah.
Minnesota, Michigan, like
Yep.
Michigan, they're everywhere. And people can learn the sport for free.
Yep.
So like, my goal would be to get enough money or a big enough brand or a big enough name where like I'm able to give back to the sport
Yeah.
and provide those rinks, whether I'm partnering with, Parks and Rec in Tempe or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the sport. I want to be part of the sport more again because I definitely do miss it. And then also I want to partner with shelters. I want to give back to,
That's awesome. Yeah.
like dogs, like the awareness of that, like even how to be a fucking good dog parent because most aren't. Like there's
A
just so
lot. Thanks.
yeah, like everyone wants a dog. It's awesome to have a dog, but most just aren't like good to their dog. Do they
They
really
don't
care about
realize that
them?
it's a furry human. It's literally a
Yeah,
furry baby.
but
Like,
they depend on you their entire fucking life. They don't outgrow that dependence. Like
mhm,
you are
emotionally and physically.
yeah, you are their life experience.
Yeah.
And to me, there's something so special about that bond. And I think dogs are the most genuine fucking creatures on this earth. Like
Dude,
I
man
think
best friend.
they
Man's best
shit on
friend.
humans. If we could act like dogs, we'd be in a better
Damn.
world.
Damn, I never thought of it like that. You're 100% right. That's
If we
crazy.
if we all fucking carried ourselves the way dogs do, we'd be in a much better space.
So you're telling me that if I start eating shit like Lola, I will be in a better space.
And what's the difference between that and eating ass? I mean, there's a difference.
That's fucking
But
awesome.
yeah, so that's what my brand's around is just kind of it's a passion project. It's called Sticks and Paws.
Right.
It's gonna start as clothing, obviously, like hats, shirts. I already have an LLC. I already have it trademarked. I already have the domain for the website. The website's just my last little, like, tip of the iceberg that needs to be done and finished. I've had the apparel printed and done and ready to go for over a year. It's
It's
literally
just
right next to me,
yeah,
and it's
making
just
it happen.
well, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna start advertising and shaking hands and kissing babies when I don't even have somewhere for people to go. Like, it's
100%. I
mainly
agree.
it's mainly gonna be an e-commerce thing. Like, obviously, I wanna show face at tournaments. Like, I wanna go to more tournaments, have a booth, First Friday would be cool to set up a booth here,
Oh, in Phoenix? That'd be cool, yeah.
like a booth there. There's some rinks like in Tucson actually where your wife keeps going.
Yeah.
They have they have a boys and girls club where they have a hockey community built around it. Like even
Oh,
being able
that's
to go
awesome.
to yeah, being able to go to like a tournament and take some of the proceeds and give back to them so they can like grow that sport
Yeah.
area in that community. Also do that here. And again, like the partnering with shelters and things like that. Like my dream would be to like have a tournament or tournaments where like obviously it's focused around hockey, but also have like
Yeah.
options going at the same time.
That would be awesome. So, like, you have the ability to pay it forward to not only, like, these young kids trying to get into hockey, like, but also these homeless dogs on the streets, these people that get
Yeah.
dogs that get abandoned,
Yep.
like, hell
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, you're a much bigger man than me. I think that's really sick. Off of that, we've talked about it a lot, actually. You said you, like, got into hockey here in Arizona. Obviously, you're starting a company that has to do with hockey. What caused your love for hockey? Like, how did it start? Like, because I feel like I knew about hockey and I got a hockey stick when I was a kid, like, in Christmas one year because I thought I wanted to play hockey, but I
Yeah.
never did anything with it. How did you, like, stumble upon it? Like,
Yeah.
what happened?
That's actually a pretty funny story. So I was like every other kid growing up where you're playing soccer, your parents have you in soccer, right? And
Yeah.
you're little field fairy out there, like not really getting it. Baseball as well. I was in baseball, basketball. I mean, I love sports, like,
Yep.
and still love sports. It's just hockey was the one that always spoke to me. And how it happened was we had moved to Kansas, so right after Iowa,
Mhm.
and my parents, I don't remember. It might have been for Christmas. It was either for Christmas, birthday, something where presents are involved.
Yeah.
And they got me this little like sports set. So it had like had a goal, a
So what, you
sock.
been, like, 4, 5, 6 at the time,
Yeah.
something like that? Okay.
Yeah, it had, like, a goal, a soccer ball, and, like, these there's a few other, like, trinket things
I
for
feel
me to
like I
put
remember that a little bit, seeing
Yeah,
that before.
yeah, and it had this cheap fucking I don't even know how they made these skates, but these cheap little fucking skates that you could put on your feet.
Really?
So, like, hockey was not in I wasn't engulfed in hockey, like, my parents didn't play, they didn't watch, like,
Had no idea what it
they
was.
had no idea what it was, and I just gravitated towards the skates. I don't know if it's because 'cause I'd never done it. I'm like, "Fuck it, let me try."
Yeah.
I
Spinny
don't
wheel things on your feet as a kid,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I loved bikes, so I don't know if that was wise because like, the wheels
Right.
I
The
don't know
rush as a little
why
kid.
yeah, I don't know why I did it, but I was addicted to it, and then when we moved to Arizona, I'll never forget this, my we literally lived, like, 5 miles from an outdoor roller hockey rink.
Oh, damn, that's close.
It's still here, it's called Casey at the Bat, but they took the rink out, now it's soccer. But
Of course.
I learned how to play at Casey at the Bat because my parents were like, "Hey, Brennan, like, there's a rink 5 minutes away. We know you're obsessed with skating. Like, would you be interested in trying out?" I was nervous as fuck. Like,
Especially as a little kid,
yeah, a little kid, I just moved to an area I don't know,
didn't have very many friends.
trying a sport that I'd never,
Yep.
like, truly played. I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Like, yeah, I want to, but I'm also super nervous.
Mhm.
So, went to the tryout and it just came natural. Like, I made the
That's
team.
sick.
I was the captain of that team. And then when I really knew I had something going is when I first moved there, one of the teachers, like, really took a liking to me. Hopefully she's not a pedophile. Um, I'm just kidding. She was great. I forgot her name. It was like Mrs. Green or something. She was awesome. Super sweetheart, but she had heard or noticed my liking for hockey.
Mhm.
And there was a guy that was known for being a fucking stud, and he became one of my best friends when I lived in Arizona. We still keep in touch here and there. He's in Chicago now, but She's like, "You need to meet this kid named Duncan." And I'm like, "All right, like, cool."
Same age?
He was a year or 2 older than me.
Okay. How old
So
were you at the time?
what?
How old were you at the time?
6 or
Okay.
7? 6 or
So
7.
gee, I'm not doing it this time.
Yeah, they'll do it, so
So he was like 7, 8, 9-ish, somewhere in that
yeah,
area. So
yep. So
like
she kinda
first, like,
made the
3rd-ish grade.
yeah, so she kinda made the connection. We didn't, like, become friends right away, but I'll never forget it, and he probably doesn't remember this, but this was, like, a moment in my life where I'm like, "Fuck, maybe I'm meant to play this sport." Um, I actually had to play against him. It was one of our, like, opening games, and I was a center and he was a center, so we're
Uh-huh.
taking face off, and I'm like, "Fuck, here we go." Like, here's this guy who's a fucking stud and, like, known for it.
Yep.
I won the face off and I took it the length and scored.
Let's go.
I'm like, "Oh, fuck, if I just did this, like, maybe this is my sport, like, this is it." Obviously, it's a dumb thing, but, like, it was something that resonated with me, like, "Holy shit," like,
This is what I love.
this is what I love, man, and, like, living in Arizona, I was able to be outside
You
until the
always do it.
off,
Yeah.
literally, all the kids ended up on our street playing hockey. They ended up joining Casey at the Bat, playing on teams. They weren't on my team, but, like, I was outside all the time, and then it became, like, this, like, community thing where, like, everyone took a part of it, everyone fucking loved it,
Mhm.
and hockey was booming then because it was right when the Coyotes had become a team and a franchise here.
That makes sense.
So, like, dude, my obsession just it fucking blew up.
Exponentially just
Yeah, because 'cause I'm like, "Dude, this here's a brand new sport that just, like, it just speaks to me."
right.
And then you got this brand new hockey team that everyone's getting behind. Soon my favorite player became he was on the team, he was the assistant captain, it was
Mhm.
Jeremy Roenick, like, and to this day, he's my favorite player, like, nothing comes close to it. So,
That's
yeah, it's
wild.
weird, man, like, it wasn't a normal sport, like, as you know, and, it all came from a rinky dink piece of skate that was part of a little, like, trinket set.
That's wild that I feel like most times when you hear somebody that got into something, it was like, yeah, I joined the league or I loved it, like, by the time, like, somebody gave me a basketball and I just instantly loved basketball, not like came with a bunch of other things. I threw them all out or off to the side and put on a set of skates. Like, that's wild, especially from somebody like, I feel like when you think of where you're gonna play hockey, it's definitely not Kansas or Arizona. It's the Minnesota, the Michigan, the
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, like, those cold states, the
And I'll
Canada.
I'll still say to this day, because I've played some men's league here, I see the talent. Obviously, I've lived in the Midwest and played a lot of hockey there the majority of my life.
Yeah,
The talent in the desert shits on it. It is not no one would guess it, but, like, it's a melting pot here. Obviously, hockey, you have to have a decent amount of money to play. It's not the cheapest sport, so there's a lot of money here as well.
that makes
So,
sense.
there's more opportunity for kids to learn it because there is that money and their parents
Mhm.
have the funds to do it. I mean, dude, the talent here is insane. It's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
I mean, I feel like that's the majority of big cities too, like, everything's just better. There's a bigger talent pool for one, and
Yeah,
yeah, obviously, and the more money. And then the more money can get you to more practices or more travel teams or more one-on-one coaching time with people, etcetera, like camps and stuff like that as well too.
and that's what
No.
sucked is, like, I was really hitting my stride because then I started with roller,
Uh-huh.
and then when I learned about the Coyotes and, like, "Oh, ice hockey," my parents like, "Well, would you be interested?" I'm like,
Hell
"Fuck."
yeah.
The first ice den, which is in North Scottsdale,
Yep.
that was their first practice rink.
Okay.
So, like, I started taking lessons there, tried out for my first team, the Coyotes would practice there, so I'd see Roenick and all these guys all the fucking time, like, dude, it was unbelievable, and then, like,
That's awesome.
my parents, I mean, bless their heart, it's probably another reason why I fucking hate school, but they would do pop-up signings. So, like, Roenick would be at a random 7-Eleven doing an autograph signing, and they would
Oh,
say it
damn, that's cool.
on the radio. So, like, the amount of times I got called out of school
To
because my
go to
dad
that. Damn,
my
your
dad
parents were sick.
they were so like, dude, my parents were awesome. Like, they definitely helped craft that dream, but they weren't, like, obsessive. They just knew I
Right.
loved it. They weren't that parent that, like, shoved it
That's
down
all
my
you
throat.
need.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's weird. It all started in the desert. It all started in a weird way with the fucking trinket set of sports equipment.
That's kinda crazy that that's where everything started from.
Yeah.
Um,
What were your sports?
damn, my sports is a really weird thing. I don't ever remember liking sports as a kid besides Nebraska football.
Mhm.
My grandpa, who passed away in right at the end of COVID-ish.
Oh,
I can't remember now. Anyways, Grandpa Gary, my wife hates it because I always joke that I don't even joke. I was like, "I wanna name our son Gary," and she's like, "I'm not naming our damn son Gary." And I was
make it
like,
a
"Grandpa."
skill game.
Yeah, I was like, Grandpa Gary would laugh so hard if fucking he hears you say that. But anyways, so I remember loving Nebraska football, Nebraska Cornhusker football because of him, one of the biggest diehard fans ever, but I never truly remember enjoying sports. Um, and then I don't even know why I joined, but 6th grade, yeah, 6th grade, I joined a basketball league. It's called Cobra League. It's like, so there's Omaha or there's Council Bluffs, and like the west end is known as like the poor end of our city. And there's this
Okay.
thing called Cobra basketball. Super cheap and affordable for kids to get involved in like any sport, basically.
Yeah.
So I joined Cobra Basketball League. And basically what happens is they just put you on a team based off of all the kids in your school that join from like your elementary school. Unless if there's not enough, then you'll like pair up with like other ones as well too. So I got to play with like a bunch of my friends.
So kinda like a
Uh
club it's kinda like a club sport then, in a
Basically, yeah. But like cheap based like thing. So I joined 6th grade basketball. I was super nerdy, dorky, glasses, basically taller than everybody else, and had too big of feet. My mom always jokes I had clown feet, and I would always trip over myself. I
what
don't
cloud
remember this, but she said that I was always the kid that was on the floor during a basketball game because I was just
tripping over
tripping.
your feet?
Yeah, tripping over my feet. I don't remember it, but we'll call it how it is. But I was
Yeah,
always taller, and I was always faster, and I could always jump higher than everybody else as well too. So, like, it just worked for basketball because, I mean, that's what you need in basketball. I was never
yeah,
really good at dribbling the ball or shooting the ball, but I could get every rebound and just put it back up, and I was good.
yeah,
Um, that was the first sport I played, and then went to 7th grade, went to middle school, and knew that I loved running, like, loved track and stuff like that, so I played basketball and then joined track, and our basketball coach was also our track coach, and he's like, "Dude, you're gonna be fucking awesome at hurdles. You're tall, you can jump high, you're fast, like, you're gonna do hurdles." I was like, "I wanna do hurdles, like, that sounds sick, that sounds fun."
yeah,
So, I did hurdles 7th grade year. Um, Back then it was the 200-meter hurdles, so half a lap around a track, with 5 hurdles in your way, and I never lost, the entire 7th grade year. Went to 8th grade year, never lost again. So the 200 hurdles, I went undefeated for
little
2
fucking
years straight.
gazelle.
Huh?
You're like a little gazelle.
Little gazelle, yeah. Never lost, undefeated, never lost, and loved track, knew that, like, running was my thing, still loved basketball.
Yeah,
Um, Played football 8th grade year because you couldn't play in 7th grade really for the school, you had to, like, join the club thing. So I just
yeah,
joined the school in 8th grade. It was fun, I enjoyed it, um, as when I still wore glasses and not contacts, and I could never wear my glasses with my helmet, so I could never see the fucking ball, so I could never catch the fucking ball,
it's
even
rough.
though I'd be wide open because I was always faster than everybody else, but I just couldn't grab the fucking ball. It was
You just looked
embarrassing.
like you had butterfingers, but you couldn't see.
Literally embarrassing. I remember to this day, there was this pass, and I went to go catch the pass, and I made the perfect like, how you're supposed to put your hands, it literally hit in the pocket of my hands and just dropped to the ground. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? That would've been an 80-yard touchdown." Uh,
You
and
dumbass.
and then I got pulled.
You're like, "Fuck
Um,
football."
yep, and then the second string behind me kid, caught it, like, a couple plays later, the same thing. Didn't score a touchdown, but had a giant gain. I was like, "God damn it." The only reason he didn't score a touchdown is because he wasn't as fast as me, and so but no, played basketball all 4 years, got into cross country 8th grade year as well too of high school or no, 7th grade. I think it was just 7th grade. Got into cross country, knew I loved running, and track became what was good I was good at.
Did you, like, enjoy it, or were you like, "Fuck, I wish I played another sport?" Like, do you have regret not playing another sport?
The regret I have is playing basketball senior year. Our coach, my freshman to junior year, quit. Um, and I wish I would not have played senior year and only focused on track and gotten better during the winter. Um, because I think I would have gotten a lot more like college offers to run track. Because I was a state qualifier 3 years in a row for track, sophomore through senior year. Never medaled or anything. Iowa was actually really tough, which is weird. Iowa was a really tough school or a really tough state for track. Um, but it was my passion. I loved running. I still love running. Like I would I would much rather go run 5 miles than I would rather like get up and go lift a bunch of weights any day of the week. Um,
I wish.
yeah, I know it sucks.
Dude,
uh,
I I love running for short distances, like quick ones, but I never got that runner's high. It was always an immediate runner's low. Like,
I I ended up being like really good at everything in running too, which is kind of not common. Normally like you have kids that are really good at sprints,
yeah,
really good at distance, and maybe some that kind of can do like the mid distance and then long and then or maybe just the mid distance and a little short. But I ended up being able to do like everything, like not trying to toot my own horn or anything, which is like rare. So I was able to run our 4x200 all the time. I was able to run the 400 hurdles, our 4x4, but then I also got thrown into the 4x8 every single like track meet as well too. Every
yeah.
now and then would maybe run the mile.
Was
So
was track a big school sport for you guys where, like, you had a big following, or was that even the draw of maybe still playing basketballs? Because like, you had a crowd, you get to play in front of all the,
we
like
never really had good. That was one thing that sucked about our school too. Is like basketball was the biggest like that we'd get people towards, and football like obviously,
yeah.
but like we were the We our cross country and track team were really good. My junior year of cross country, we broke like every school record for cross country as a team. We had the most wins in school history as a cross country team, most wins in a row. I think we won like 7 or 5 to like 7 because I'm not going to say what's in between 5 and 7 meets in a row that year where as a team, because like cross country scoring, you do it as a team. You still get individual medals, but you do it as a team as well. Um, and we won, like we were beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
And then of course we barely missed state as a team. We had a couple individual state qualifiers, but we didn't have like a team qualifier, which sucked. But it is what it is.
Was cross country, because obviously, like, when you think Iowa, you typically think of, like, football and baseball as being the big sports. Was cross country a big sport as well?
Surprisingly, it was like,
Right.
have you been to a cross country meet before?
Yes, I actually did track for, like, 2 weeks, and
But have you been to a cross country meet
oh,
before?
yeah, that too, because that's the reason I kinda well, there's 2 reasons I got into it, but a lot of my friends in high school were cross country runners.
Mhm.
So,
So,
I
like,
went
you
mhm,
run around the course screaming at people.
yeah.
So, we had a lot of good family and friends, like, everybody on the teams, like, that was their thing, like, my mom, my dad, my stepmom actually fucking loved, like, just running around the course screaming and yelling at us, like,
That's cool.
it was a super fun thing, and, like, all of our teammates, we'd always do it as well too, because 'cause there'd be JV varsity boys and girls, so there'd be 4 races. So, like, we were always just going insane, um, and we were good at it too, so there wasn't very many sports our school was good at. It was, like, cross country, track, we were really good at wrestling.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I forget about wrestling, but that was
yeah,
big.
really good at, soccer a year or 2. And that's about it. Our baseball teams always sucked. Our football teams always sucked. Our basketball teams always fucking sucked.
Mm,
I think we won like in my from freshman to senior year, we probably won like 10 to 15 games in basketball.
oh,
Like
wow.
maybe it was closer to 20, but even then, like terrible.
Yeah.
Um, just horrendous. But we were the poor kids on the block in our school. Never had the most gifted athletes as well either. Or no, that was the thing is we had really gifted athletes, but we were just never the size. That was what we were always missing.
Just smaller team or smaller stature.
Yeah, if we had people like our same skill that their same skill level, just 4 inches taller,
Yeah.
we'd be fucking insane. But
See, that's one thing I envy for sure, especially like you getting to experience that is I didn't get to experience high school sports because I was traveling every weekend.
so you
So
didn't, yeah, so because you never had fucking no high school damn near has a hockey team.
the private schools, but to be completely frank, I don't know if it's still the same way, but like the private schools, the skill wasn't there compared to travel. So like travel was just always more fun. Like
Yeah,
it like the competitive you got to travel more, no pun intended, obviously with travel, but like you played with kids all over the place where when you worked or did at a private school, you're playing with people that you went to school with, which is there's
right.
nothing with that, but I think that's something that I miss. Although I don't know if I really would choose any sport over hockey, and actually I know I wouldn't, but like it wasn't a thing in Ohio. So
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it definitely have like, get a lot of friends, like, that's your life as well too with,
yeah,
like I'm not even really friends with a lot of people that, like, to this day from my teams, but I remember, like, those were my best friends throughout everything. Like,
I
I
just think
only
it's cool because I was friends with all the jocks. Like I was friends with the basketball
yeah,
player,
same.
there's like the
Yep,
wrestler. Like I was friends with all of them, but like not getting to truly experience those moments with them.
that
You know,
makes
like
sense.
playing in front of your home, like your town, your friends, your family, your school. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get that experience.
It was never really that big for us because it was just basketball,
Yeah,
and as I got older, I wasn't really as good at basketball, so I didn't really play a whole lot, which sucked. Um, so it wasn't as good, but, like, it's like that was, like, where, like, everybody knew me in track. Like, I'd have
big
again, not
dog.
like yeah, like, not trying to toot my own horn, like, I would like, have, like, parents from other schools come up to me and be like, "Go kill it out there. We know you will." And I'm like, I don't know who the hell you are. How do you know who I
Yeah,
am?"
oh, that's cool.
You know, it was super cool. Inflates your ego a little bit, but it's fun.
Did you have a big back then?
Do what?
Did you have a big beard back then?
Not this big, but yeah, I had a little straggly beard junior and senior year. It was definitely there's times where it was pretty long for a 16, 17-year-old. And so everybody I remember it was actually a basketball league, a summer basketball league. Um, this kid we would go to start the game and I was always the kid that usually had to guard like one of the best players because I was one of the most athletic. And I went to go guard him. And he goes, "Man, this is bullshit. I got a full grown man guarding me." 'Cause I had a beard. And I was just like, "Dude, I suck. You'll be good."
Don't let the beard fool you.
Literally. But no,
That's awesome. I wish I had a beard like that. I can't.
it's a blessing and a curse is what I tell everybody. It's a blessing because it's fun to have, but it's a curse because like,
You gotta moisturize it.
yeah, I can get some good moisturizer sometimes.
Would you ever
And
shave
then
it again?
huh?
Would you ever shave it again?
Fuck no, never.
Really?
You couldn't pay me enough.
No way. Like,
It would have to
what about
be
even my
like
length? Would you do it to my length?
no,
Why?
it's me.
No, it is 100%
It's
you. I
me.
just don't know if you've, like,
It's just me.
tried.
I thoroughly enjoy love having it. I went that short, like as short as you, like 2020 or 2021
Okay.
ish, and it's never been that short again.
Yeah.
There's
Dude,
not a
if I
whole lot of pictures left of me like short like that.
no, I think it
And even
is.
then, it was longer than that. Like it was not a lot longer, but a little bit.
Yeah. No, I think it's totally you. I was just curious if you've ever thought about doing it or would, because I mean, that's a commitment. Like,
Yeah.
that's a journey right there.
I get asked about it a lot. Everybody wants to fucking touch it at bars. It's annoying. That's like where the curse aspect comes in. Like, "Can I
Yeah.
feel your beard, bro?" I'm like, "No, man."
I
Like,
would just ask for a mustache ride.
I'm like, somebody
Has
walks up
anyone
like,
ever
"Hey, can I grab your beard?" I'm like, "Hey, what? You want me to grab your ass next?" Like, what the fuck?
has anyone ever asked to give it like, "Can I have a mustache ride?"
I don't have a good mustache. That's the only crappy part.
What do you mean? Yeah, you do. It just connects. If it was
No, but it's
mine
not like when you think of a good mustache, you think of like a really thick, like handlebar mustache. Mine just it's not very full. It's just long. It just grows out this way.
But I feel
Like,
like if you didn't have all of this, it would be good.
next time we're in person and you can see it closer, I'll let you inspect my mustache.
I'll be like, "Is this good
You'll
for
sit on my
head?"
mustache. Fucking A.
Did I
Thank
write that
God
right?
this podcast is not gonna be branded with anything because we would be getting canceled immediately.
Oh, what no, whatever.
Um,
Actually held back a couple of times on saying things I actually wanted to say.
Same.
Could I have? I don't know.
It's episode 1, we got room for growth.
We do. Yeah, we do. 100%.
We've been going for quite a while. I do have a couple other things that I wanna touch on before we end it out.
Mhm.
Um, One big thing that me and you have actually had some really good hearts to hearts on and talked about before is moving to a new town, being a little bit older as a guy, and trying to meet new friends. Obviously, me and you connected very, very quickly, which we've both described as unlike us. Like it's hard for us both to make really friends. So, in your experience, what like are you looking for? What's driving you not only like as a man, as a future husband, um, a friend? Like what are you looking for to be inside of you? Like pause. Be inside of your circle, like your life.
Yeah.
And then like why do you I guess like what do you think made us click so much? Don't toot me pause again. God damn, we're fucking going all over.
I'll chew on.
Toot it and boot it. Do you know what that
Yeah.
song is?
I know the song is, yeah, it's been a minute since
Let
I
me toot that, boot that. Sorry, it's a
uh,
really broad question. I'm throwing a lot at you.
yeah, I'll try to answer as best as possible. Like, to be completely honest, like, me meeting friends, I think it came from moving so much, it was never a hard thing for me. As I got older, it's more of quality, like,
That's a good word for it.
yeah, like, sure, I can talk to anyone, sure, I can hang out with anyone, but do I want to? Do I wanna spend my time with you? Do
Put
I
on that
want to
salesman smile and
Yeah, like, dude, I'll shoot the shit with anyone, I'll be nice to anyone, but, like, it's more of how do I wanna spend my time? Do I wanna spend my time with you? Will I go out of my way to spend my time with you and keep in touch with you?
time's a
Um,
valuable thing. Yeah, so it makes sense.
yeah, like, dude, I don't wanna just go grab a drink with any Tom, Dick, or Harry. Could I? Sure, but, like, I don't want to. Um, I could go hang out with anyone, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Uh, and I feel like I learned a lot about myself, especially on this move, because I met a lot of people very, very quick.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, it was fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Um, but then I soon started to realize, like, I don't need a big circle. I don't want a big circle, and also, like, I wasn't really truly drawn to those people.
Yeah.
Um, it was just more of like a filler. Like, I hate to say that, I don't mean to sound like a dick saying that, but, like, since I didn't really know anyone, I didn't have much to do, it was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, like, I'll go out and drink with these people and, like, this group of people,"
I've
and
never thought of it that way. Yeah.
it was just a way to fill my time because I didn't wanna just sit inside either, like, a
Yeah.
new place, trying to experience life that I haven't really got to experience in this setting, and I moved here for a reason, right? So, what I soon realized is, like, friends are not created equal, you know what I mean?
No, yeah. I get
Like,
what you mean.
I wanna be around people that can carry themselves like, I want you to have fun, like, I'm not a fucking, like you
Square.
yeah, I'm not a square at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna go out in public and you can't handle your alcohol and you
Major
act
turn off. Oh.
yeah, like, you act like a fucking idiot,
Mhm.
and you're trying to get in bar fights, you're always getting in a scuffle, like, dude, I wanna go hang out with my buddies and it be fucking lighthearted and cut the shit. Like,
I
the
always say I never wanna have to, like, hang out with somebody and have to put on, like, that fake smile and try. Like, I want there to be
yeah,
no effort involved.
well, that's yeah.
I think you said that too as well.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but you
Yeah.
nailed it. Like, it's almost like a relationship. Like,
Mhm.
if I have to force a relationship, it's probably not meant to be. And
Yeah.
a friendship to me is no different. Like, if it doesn't just click, probably not meant to be. I want people to have the same I don't wanna say the same because 'cause I'm very open, but, like, at least somewhat kinda have the same values, like, carry yourself with integrity,
Yeah.
with respect, like, have some sort of fucking moral ground. I'm not saying be a fucking square, but, like, don't be a degenerate. Um, if I see that you're treating a lot of people wrong or don't even treat strangers right, probably don't wanna be around you. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know, man, like, I'm very picky now. Like, my circle has gotten a lot smaller. I want people to kinda push me too. Like this, when you told me you wanted to do this, I'm like, "Fuck yeah, man, that's awesome that I have a friend that wants to do something outside their 9 to 5, whether it becomes
yeah,
big, small, whatever it comes." I think it's really fucking cool that there's people out there that wanna take chances. Those are the type of people that will push you.
yeah. I
I
agree.
don't I don't want friends that make me comfortable. I know that sounds fucking cheesy as hell, but, like, we got I think you're muted.
Sorry, everybody. I keep grabbing the mic and it's the buttons right there, little thing.
You stroked it wrong.
I know, like, it's just
Oh,
that little fucking LED. I know you see a little bit, like
oh, that's it.
yeah, so that's the mute button is the LED button, so it turns on from whatever color you're on to
Oh,
then red when it's muted, and I moved it and it's, like, just I don't know. I
yeah.
got that good grip on my thumb, I guess.
You got that touch. I know for no, I think it's a genuineness too. I don't know if that's even the fucking word, but
No fucking clue.
yeah, no idea. But, like, I just feel like you can
I dropped out
tell.
of college, remember?
I'm still learning English, so there's still that. I don't know. I think you can really tell when people are genuine. I'm not saying that everyone's disingenuine, but I feel like there's a lot of people that just seem very lost in life.
That's a good
Um,
way of putting it, yeah.
and I know this might sound selfish, but, like, I don't wanna be the fucking person to guide you. Like, I also wanna push my friends, but I'm not here to be a fucking life coach either. Where
No. Yeah.
we're adults, I think you should fucking know how to act like an adult, carry yourself like an adult.
Yeah.
If you don't really, I don't wanna be around you.
Yeah, I'm only there to guide you if, like, something goes wrong.
Yeah,
Like
dude, I love being there for, like, tough situations, like, if
yep.
something happened
A
or you
a
have a
bad
mandatory
breakup, a family
yeah,
member dying, you lose your job,
yeah,
like
or, like, maybe you hit a sudden depression or, like, shit like that, like,
yeah.
there are things that will happen in life that
But I don't wanna be the person that fucking has to make you grow up.
that's my thing, like,
Yeah.
and I that's a great way of saying it is like, "Man, like, I'm not perfect. I am fucking
No.
far from perfect.
Fuck no.
I'm still growing."
Yeah.
But I think there's
Throwing on a
things that,
shower.
like, I the magic trick. Uh, I think there's just things that you should know or I don't know, at a certain age, I feel like there's just a time where, like, you should actually kinda act like an adult.
No,
I'm
1000%.
I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying lose the kid in you because I think that's super important as well, is to keep that kid alive because I think a lot of people lose that too. Um, but there's just a lot of degenerates, and I know you see that here. Um,
Especially in this state. I don't even wanna say city, it's like this state just breeds it.
it
It's like,
does, dude, and I say this to a lot of people, especially ones I'm close to. I'm like, I don't live here for the people.
no,
Okay,
not at all. If I
I
wanted to live for somewhere with people, I'd go home. I'd go to the
yeah,
Midwest.
yeah, exactly. I live here for kind of the intangibles because the people here they're they're some of the wealthiest, they're some of the smartest, but they are empty. There's like an
Yeah.
emptiness
I was
where
I was gonna say disingenuous, but it's not even that. It's like you said, it's
they
empty.
don't know who their friends are.
Yeah.
They wanna be friends with the other millionaire or the
Yeah.
social media fucking
Fucking clout
mogul. Like
chaser
yeah,
weirdos.
or whoever will fucking get drunk with them and do drugs with them, but, like,
Yeah.
they're not your fucking friends. Most of
Yep.
these people, when you see them, you can tell how fucking empty they are.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I want friends that actually kind of feel fulfilled. Like, I can tell you are extremely fulfilled. Like, you're in a very happy marriage. You're married to your best friend. You carry yourself that way. Um, and that's hard to find. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't I love to like I love to have drinks. I love to go out, but I don't love to party.
Yeah.
And I want friends that want to do other shit than just party.
Yeah. I'm at that point in life where I love going out and getting drinks, and I still every now and then will maybe do a little overboard, but I'm not like that party fucking craze. Like, will I have a too few too many one night? Yes, but
It'll happen.
I'm not again, like, going out to, like, make that my focal point. Like, I'm going out with the people I enjoy hanging out with to have fun with them, and that just happens to be one thing that we do alongside of it.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm at the point now whereas I we live in a beautiful area. We live near so many beautiful things with so much shit to fucking do. Where back home in the Midwest, you can't do any of it. I
Yeah.
want to go get all these experiences in now,
Yeah.
especially like before like kids are on the horizon. Like I want to start doing this before I have to slow down. I still want to do all that stuff when I have kids, but
Sure.
it's gonna be harder. Like it's
Yeah.
inevitable. I'm still gonna do it when I have kids. Like that's one big thing that me and Alicia talk about is we're not just flipping a switch and now we just stop and pause and sit at fucking home with a kid.
Well, that's kinda my whole point to, like, keeping the kid alive in you too, because
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like a lot of us, man, and this is another thing that I probably look for in friends is, like, actually having a true fucking hobby, where your day isn't just, "Hey, let me go to work, and then let me go home and either go out to eat or drink." Like,
Yeah,
what else do you do with your time?
yeah,
I feel like that's the saddest thing is watching people that are your age and or maybe a little bit older. I'm like, "What do you actually do for fun?"
yeah,
Well, don't tell me that drinking's the only thing you fucking do for fun, because I don't believe
yeah,
that. 'Cause honestly, yeah, maybe it's fun to be social, but, like, even if you're an avid drinker, you don't feel good most of the time, let's be honest. Like, you just don't.
yeah. No,
And
yeah, it's like it's the funnest thing. I just had this conversation with my boss actually. I said, "It's the funnest thing to do when it's happening, but every single side effect from it, not even just physically, like emotionally,
yeah,
even
all
people
of it.
outside of you is so bad." Like,
It's awful, dude. And the older I get too, the less I mean, my body like, let's be real, it doesn't recover the same way.
no,
It doesn't
no.
metabolize alcohol the same way, and I'm like, is this really worth it? Do I wanna chase feeling better the majority of the week because I wanted 4 hours of a good time that is no different than any other fucking weekend?
Yeah. Well, I say also not even just your body is takes longer to recover. Your emotional state with yourself
Right.
and your friends take longer to recover because
100%.
then you go out on a Friday or Saturday night with your boys or your buddies or girlfriends, whoever the fuck it may be,
Mhm.
and then you don't talk to them until that next Friday, Saturday.
That's
Like,
not friendship.
that's n yeah, like, don't get me wrong, do I need to talk to my best friend or my friends 7 days a
Oh,
week?
no.
No.
Yeah.
But when that's the only time I talk to you, that's when it's like, "What the fuck? What are we doing here?" Like,
It's that and it's like, is the only time I talk to you? Is that the only time I really laughed with you? Is that the only
yeah.
time that I have, like, deep man-to-man talks with you?
Mhm.
Like, because to me, that's liquid courage in a lot of different ways, and I don't want a friend that relies on liquid courage.
Yeah.
I wanna be able to have these tough talks with a buddy. I wanna be able to have a ton of laughs with a buddy. I wanna this is gonna sound so gay.
I love it.
I wanna explore things with a buddy, like, dude, there's no other fucking way of saying that because
No, yeah.
what I mean is, like, I wanna go do things, like what you said, we live in a beautiful state
Oh,
where
yeah. Like,
so
I
many
wanna share my life not like, obviously, I'm married, so, like, I wanna share everything in my life with my wife,
oh,
but
100%.
I
You're asking
also
about friendships, so that's
I yeah, exactly. I'm still in that stage, and I don't think I ever will leave that stage where I also wanna experience it with my best friends as well too,
100%.
and
Yeah.
I also am a firm believer in I don't wanna hang out with you if my significant other doesn't like your significant other. Like, cause
Yeah,
that shit sucks.
it does suck, yeah, but that's also really hard to find too.
Dude, it's fucking that's why I feel like me and you, our 2 girls, it's only been one time with the 4 of us, but me and you have hung out obviously multiple times, and it's been fuck, it sounds also gay to say, like, coming up for fresh air. Like,
Yeah,
it's
100%.
such a relief, going back to the no effort thing, it's just fun. We don't have to bite our tongue and worry about what we say. We can just fuck around and have a good time.
Yeah,
And if you called me tomorrow and you had something going on, I would be there for you, and I feel like it would be the same way, vice versa.
yeah.
And I have like, I know in my heart that it'll eventually get the same with the girls as well too, and
Oh,
that's
it
why, like, just knowing that's gonna happen, like, we'll get there is fucking awesome, and it's it's hard to find nowadays, especially living out here. I know we keep reiterating that there's so many goods of living out here, but part of that good is there are some side effects, just like
Just
drinking
like
alcohol.
anything, man.
Yeah,
Like it's nowhere's gonna be perfect. But I really can't see myself leaving Arizona, at least for good. Like,
yeah.
obviously, pipe dream, have multiple places, but I think I would still always have something in Arizona. But
One we talk about that all the time, yeah.
yeah, quality of people, it's not high. It's not. I just feel like there's a lot of lost souls. And again, you don't have to be found. You don't have to know all the answers, but like, be a good person.
Yeah.
Uh, and there's just a lot of people that I innately think that everyone is able and capable of being good, but if you're not, I don't wanna be around you.
I feel like you hit it on the head. Everybody has the capability, it's just you have to want to.
Well, and also, who are those people surrounding themselves with? Because it
Yeah.
sounds so fucking cheesy, but, like, you are who you hang out with. So
Mhm.
maybe
You're
I'd like you, maybe,
you're
like,
what you eat.
boy, but then I see who you hang out with, and I'm like, "Well, fuck, man." Like, I wanna hang out with Dylan, but, like, he hangs out with fucking dickhead over here all the time. Like, I don't wanna hang out with that.
Yeah.
And and again, like, I'm super easy to get along with, but, like, I don't wanna be associated with shitty people.
No, yeah. No, it's I mean, I feel like it's a good analogy is like going back to it like with the work thing, like as well too. Like if you're going to like I was just at a work conference, like I it, people are viewing me of not only just me but as my company. So like if
Yep,
I show up bad for the company, they don't think of Dylan as that way. Well, they do, but they also think of that company as that as well too. So same with
100
like friends. If oh, Dylan brought his friend that acts like a fucking idiot. Now we don't hang out with Dylan because we think he's a fucking idiot too.
exactly. Yeah.
So,
And another thing too is like, again, I am not anti substances. Well, some I am.
yeah,
Uh, but if you can't handle that substance and people have told you time and time again, like, hey man, I really can't stand around or stand being around you because of how you get when you drink.
yeah,
And guess what they continue to do? I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. I don't hate
no,
you. I don't wish ill will upon you. But like, dude, if you can't grow and fucking learn also, I probably am not gonna associate with you. I'm just not.
I
Like,
agree.
wish you well, like, don't hate you, but, like, that's not friend material.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, we've talked about a lot of cool shit today. We got in pretty deep. Pause again. We've been going for a while. I'm cool to keep going. If you need to end it, I would
No,
love
we
to.
can keep going.
Cool.
We haven't
Well,
bottomed out yet.
true. I mean, that's another reason why I started this is I don't want it to be interviewee. Yeah, I've asked you some questions, but like then we spin it. We just keep going. Like that's
Well,
what
let me ask you this since we're on it, and then
yeah,
we can shift, and we can cut off whenever you want, but I answered the question of, like, what do you look for in a friend? I'm sure it's somewhat similar to you. That's probably why we are buds, but, like, what are the characteristics that like, before you met me, like, what are the characteristics of, like, "Man, I want that's a cool dude," like, "I know what type of friend I want," like, what is that for you?
um I
Because
feel like
let's be real, I don't think a lot of guys can answer this question,
no, 100% I agree.
and truly answer it. Most would be like, "Oh, a guy that fucking has fun," like, "Oh, fuck off," like
No,
like,
yeah.
dude.
I've had a few friends now that have gotten married, but I was like one of the first ones of I guess really my immediate friend group. I was the first one to get married. So my life changed very differently, like fastly.
Yeah,
I also like my wife is my high school sweetheart. So I
yep,
never had that like fuck around phase, like dating a bunch of girls, a bunch of fake relationships, one night stands and stuff.
yep.
Don't get me wrong, I don't care about that. I don't like I'm not gonna be a friend or I'm not gonna be not friends with the guy if that's the type of
Oh,
person that they've been.
yeah.
Maybe even still kind of are, like, it's not that big of a factor, but what I want is I always say this, I want somebody I say 2 things. If I met you or if you were my friend and I don't miss that you weren't at my wedding, you weren't my friend. Like, you weren't that close to my friend. If I would have missed you and now I meet people post-marriage and I think of, "Damn, I wish they would have been at my wedding. They would have had so much fun." That sort of thing, And then the second thing off of that is, like, now we're getting close to kids.
Yeah.
Could I see you being there if I got in a car crash tomorrow, that if my mom or my dad had to take care of my kid, that you would be there to be my kid's uncle or aunt or something like that? Not like in an actual way where, like,
I
you
get it.
fucking
Yeah.
take care of my kid, but you'd still wanna be in their life even after I was gone. That's what I look for, and I know that's so broad and so, I guess we've said it
No,
a few times now, cliche, but that's what I want.
no, I mean, fuck, that's not even cliche. Again, I don't think most people would answer it that way. That's a fucking sick answer that I wish I would have had because I never thought of it that way, but I think everything I said kind of falls in line
No,
with
100 yeah, 100%,
but I
like
think that's a really good way of, like, cutting down what I said and you just
no,
saying
yeah, like,
plainly.
don't get me and I think there's always that, like, friend and best friend, but, like, as I've getting older, it's starting to be more of, like, it's only, like, my best friends
Yep.
and then, like, friends of those friends.
The other ones almost become like an acquaintance feel.
Yeah, exactly, where
You've
I don't
known
wanna
them
call them
long.
acquaintance because I still enjoy being around them, but I'm never gonna go out of my way to, most of the time, be with just them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and the reason I say the acquaintance compared to, like, a true friend, like, and, like, best friends, like you said, is I feel like there's another, step of, like, depth when it comes to, like, really
Yeah. You're
friends
not
where,
gonna have
like
those crazy in-depth conversations with them.
yeah, and that's why I call the other ones kind of more of an acquaintance feels because you don't hit that level with them.
Yeah.
It's almost more like surface level, like, yeah, we'll laugh, yeah, we'll go grab drinks, but, like, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very and it's and I would say, like, those friends, they're not bad. Like, it's not
No,
bad
no,
by any
no,
means, but it's
no.
not exceptional. Like, it's not above and beyond. Like,
Yeah,
it's just you're always gonna have those ones, and there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with them, like, unless there is something wrong with them, obviously, but, like, it's still good to have those ones because I'm a big person where, like, I love big groups of people. Like,
same.
I love being around a bunch of people, having laughs, cracking jokes, whether it's girls, guys, everything in between. There's
Yep.
only 2 genders, by the way.
It's not
But
science.
yeah, I'm never getting a sponsor now, fuck.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, not Bud Light, that's for sure.
Well, that shit sucks anyways, so
But no, like, but seriously, it's but to answer your question in layman's terms, like, those are the 2 biggest things that I look for is and I also like you have to I guess the 3rd thing and which kind of feeds into both is you have to get along with my wife.
yeah,
I feel like she's one of the best judges of character out there where she will know very quickly whether she likes you or whether I'm gonna like you. She says this all the time. She's like, "Oh, I know you'll get along with my husband," or she'll come back to me and be like, "You guys aren't gonna work." Like, I know that that's not how it
so,
works.
has there been people that you've obviously, you guys have been together for a long time,
Mhm.
like, has there been people or one person or multiple where you're like, "Man, I really like this person," and then Alicia's like, "Really?" Like, and then now you're not close. I'm not saying you're not close to them because of her judgment, but, like, she was right.
Um, yes and no. Um, well, we could do a whole other podcast on that. Um, newly, like, coming out here, not not really. I've been really lucky. One of my best friends, who I still want you to fucking meet so badly quickly because he's about to
DA.
move to California. His name's Christian. He was like my first friend that when I moved out here that I met through her. They were coworkers, and she's like, "Dude, you're gonna love my fucking husband." And
Yeah.
she introduced us together, and we've like had fucking like as gay as it sounds, crying on our each other's shoulders like nights.
Well,
Like
yeah, if you're gay.
exactly, socks are on, socks are off. It depends on what you're at. Yeah. So
Eye contact.
but no, like, we clicked very early. We've done a lot of like, we've done even the let's go get fucked up 3 nights in a row phase and have stupid fun, but it's
Yeah,
always been, like even though we're doing that, it's always been, like, we're like, that's us. That's, like,
yeah.
it's still been fun, so we've been able to be lucky. But other than, like, people she hasn't liked, only 1 or 2. One of them was it was very short-lived. One of them was actually a very long one that who knows what'll happen, but yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah, Sierra's got a pretty good gauge on that with me too. But I completely agree. It's like you want friends that also like not that that should be the only thing, but like when you commit to somebody, especially if they're a good person,
Mhm.
they want the best for you.
Yeah.
They
Well,
probably want the best for you more than you want the best for yourself.
no,
So,
100%.
and it sounds gay, but even with friendship, like love is blind, right? So like sometimes you don't see what they see, but like if you really pay attention and you listen and you're like, oh shit, like, yeah, they're kind of fucking right about that person.
Yeah.
You know what I
No.
mean? Like, they're onto something and they might have saw it before I did.
Well, and that's when you feel like shit too. You're like, "Fuck," like,
Yeah.
it's not even the, "Ah, she told me so." It's the,
Oh,
like, I thoroughly enjoyed that person and now it hurts even more.
yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
No, but I mean, you've met her. She's fucking awesome, and she's
Yeah.
really good at that as well too. We just had a coworker stay at our house for a couple nights, might even be another night this weekend,
Yep.
and, like, one of the first things he said too was like, "Dude, she's sick, like, she's fucking awesome."
Yeah, like Sierra, dude, she can talk to anyone like I can, and will and be kind to anyone, but like doesn't mean she like truly hits it off with everyone.
Yeah.
Like genuinely hits it off and like you know how girls are, and this is not fucking sexist, but they have a hard time meeting really good friends and really
Yeah.
click with another female. Like,
'Cause girls are so clicky and
fuck,
backstabby and wild.
fuck, man.
Dude, they're
It
fucked in the
fuck
head.
this girl.
Dude,
No,
what
but like real, like when she met Alicia, like that was one of the newer females that she's met in a long time where she's like, wow, like, and I called it. I could tell. I could just
we
tell.
both did, we both knew it was gonna
I could
happen.
tell between like your guys' relationship and like also your guys' friendship because you
Mhm.
guys are also each other's best friends. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're married. Yeah, you're in a relationship, but you guys are each other's best friends.
Mhm.
Resonate. Like it's clear as day. So I'm like, they're gonna get along. And
Yeah.
and they did. I mean, yes, we
Yeah.
all talked as a group the entire night, but there are so many times there was just them talking.
Um, one thing off of that Christian, the friend I was talking about, that he fucking makes me get my feels every time he fucking says it, but whenever he introduces us to people, like, of his friends, or
Mhm.
just anybody in general, he always says that, like, "I've never heard Dylan and Alicia talk down or bad about one another." And I feel like that is like, I'm fucking like, every time, like, I just feel so happy and giddy like a little fucking schoolgirl,
Yeah.
about it when he says that because I'm like, "Dude, like, that's what I strive for," like, we both strive for, and that's another thing that I look for in friends as well too, is I want you to be respectful as well, like,
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna be like, "Sorry, babe, you're kinda fucking annoying right," or I'll talk with the boys and be like, "God damn it, she just did something she just
Yeah.
yapped all day."
Yeah.
That's not talking bad about somebody, it'd be talking bad
No.
of, like, obviously, we know what that means, I'm not gonna say anything, but that's another thing that I look for as well too, and
Mhm.
I will give you your kudos for that as well. Is every time you've ever talked about Sierra and your guys' relationship to me, whether it's the dogs, each other, trips, work, like, it's always been good, so that's another thing that, like, I subconsciously think about as well, not even subconsciously, like, it's on my mind, is if you were if tomorrow you started just, like, absolutely ripping Sierra, I'd be like, "Dude, as much as I love you, I don't wanna be your friend anymore because
Yeah,
of that
or you
one."
give me, like, a gut check of, like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?" You know, where, like,
Exactly.
some friends would just kinda, like, ride along with
Yeah,
the
they'd be
shit
like,
talking.
"Yeah, fuck that hoe,"
Yeah,
like, stuff like
yeah.
that. Yep.
Or instead of, like, actually getting to the bottom of it, like, "Dude, what's going on? Like,
Yeah,
where
exactly.
at? Are you okay? Or are you guys as a
Yeah,
collective
"What do you
okay?"
need from me?"
Yeah,
Like, "How can
blowjob.
I help you?" Like, there's
"You
somebody in
miss."
our industry right now that just passed, and that was one of the first things he ever said to me. I'd never even met him, and he said, "How can I help?" Like,
Yeah.
I wish more people said that, whether they're strangers or best friends.
Well, I do too, but it's such a weird thing because I don't know why it's still this way, and I think that's why I have some, like, really close friendships is because, and this is not to toot my own horn, but, like, I'm able to have those deep conversations.
No,
you're able
I love those
you're
things.
able to have those deep conversations, but, like, as men in general,
Yeah.
most guys don't they maybe have 1, maybe 2, maybe not even that many friends that they can actually have those deep conversations with.
Yeah. It's
I don't know
hard.
where the block is, especially nowadays, because I feel like we woulda got past that, like, not being a fucking masculine thing,
Yeah.
uh,
Dude,
but
I'm the biggest fucking crier ever.
I'm a
Everybody
huge
knows that.
I don't cry a lot, but I am a softie at heart.
I'm a softie and a crier. It's so fucking bad.
I
I
cry I'm shit, like, I'll cry dude, I'll listen to music and I'll fucking cry.
Dude, same. I'll watch TikToks and I'll cry. I'm a
I'll
fucking nerd. I'm a nerd.
I
I
do
literally, like,
have stuff on Instagram where I'm like, "Fuck, that pulls at the heartstrings."
um, I am officiating my sister's wedding in 2 weeks, and she texted me, she's like, "Are you gonna be able to get through it?" And I was like, I'm gonna cry my ass off, but I'm not gonna be able to like, I'll be able to keep talking, but you're just
Yeah,
gonna like, it's just gonna be like, you'll see a puddle under, like, where I'm standing."
it's shorter.
Liter Okay, we're talking about my sister here, buddy.
Oh,
Take
that
it
I
easy.
didn't talk about you I wouldn't call your sister that.
You fucking piece of shit.
I said, "You are, not your sister, you fuck."
No.
It's fucked.
Alright. We've been going a long time. I wanna ask you one thing before we end it. We will keep it short and sweet. Um, we've talked about life, sports, really kinda everything in between, really, that you could really broaden it out in that life term.
Mhm.
If you could say, like, one thing that drives you or motivates you in life, what is it? It's a hard question to ask to answer too, huh?
Dang, that is tough,
Yeah.
man.
I hit you with the good one at the I told you I had some good stuff lined up for you.
I think you just bottomed out, so you're ending on a you're
Yeah.
on a good note.
Yep.
When you bottom out, that's when you're done.
Bottoms up.
Fuck, man. Ask that again? What is
If there's one thing in your life that motivates you or drives you, and I'll leave that up to your interpretation of whether it's emotionally, or, professionally, or everything in between. What is it? And
um,
if you can't answer, we might just have to do a part 2.
I maybe this isn't the answer you're looking for, and I do believe there is a wrong answer, but, like, I think what drives me is just to be I think it's just to be fucking, like, genuine. That
No,
might not be the answer you're looking for,
no,
but,
that's
I wanna prove to not be afraid to be who you are. Like, don't fucking have a filter. Don't try to fit into certain things. Like, don't try to fucking be cool. Don't try to
yeah.
like fit into society and whatever the fuck that
S
even means.
or
Like,
status quo, I don't know if it's a saying anymore,
yeah,
but, like,
I just feel like I feel like a lot of people chase a lot of things, and I'm not sure why. Where it's like, hey, I guess I kind of want. And again, I'm not perfect, but I want to be an example of like not being afraid of like failing, not like
yeah,
be okay failing, being okay not being a fucking millionaire, be okay with not having everything and keeping up with the Joneses and still being able to be happy.
yeah.
Um, because the thing is, like, I have a lot of shortcomings for sure. Like, I'm far from perfect in a lot of ways,
Mhm.
but I think when people meet me, they see a real person
Yeah. The
and
genuine.
and they
The
feel a real person, and I think that's something that I wish there was more of. And that's probably why my friend group has whittled down is because I just don't feel like a lot of people are real or really know who they are
Yeah.
or confident in themselves or actually have, like,
The
done some
quantity over quality.
yeah,
Or no,
yeah,
sorry, the quality over quantity.
I knew what you were saying, I knew what you were saying. So I think that's it, like, if I were to die tomorrow, like, knock on wood, that's not gonna happen, but, like, I
Yeah.
want people to be like, "That was a good dude.
Yeah, that was genuine.
That was a good dude." Like, I wish there was more of those,
So
you know?
you drive to your drive is to make an impact on somebody's life. Is it and not
Yeah,
even just impact their life of, like, he helped me get through something, he impacted me to, like,
look
had
at life
fun.
differently.
Yeah, that I love that. Look at
Like,
you've definitely opened up my eyes to that in the short, like, what, like, 6 months I've known you or so, not even really, like 5 and a half, 5 months that I've known you. is, like, open up my mind and eyes and take a step back even. I think you do a really good fucking job of that.
I appreciate
So
that.
I think what your drive is as a person, I think you're fucking nailing it. So that was the
Thank you.
answer I was looking for.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What's yours? I gotta know. I gotta
All
know.
right, fuck it. My drive, obviously, it changes once you become married. So my drive is to provide for my wife. To my grandpa that I talked about earlier, my grandpa Gary, he said when he was dying, like, you always will have your family, like your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, all of that. But when you
Yeah.
become married, that's now your family. Like, that's your family. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, I still love all my family and I never will stop. But, like, now I'm creating my own.
Yeah.
So my drive is to create my own version of the Nightzers, of making their life incredible, whether it's Winston, our dog, Alicia, my wife, our future child, whatever his or her name may be. And then kind of the same thing that you said was if I died tomorrow, knock on wood, like I want people to think of Dylan as like that person, that light in their life that was always there. That's where I want to be. Um, and I think realistic. I don't. Have you heard the I don't know if it was a Grammys, not Grammys, it would have been or Oscars, it would have been Oscars of Matthew McConaughey, where they ask him what his hero is. Have you seen that interview before?
I don't
Like his
think so.
speech?
No.
He said that basically like his hero is him in 10 years. And then so that same person that asked him that question went to him 10 years later and he says, "Well, are you your hero?" And he goes, "Not even fucking close. Like I didn't achieve everything I wanted to be. So now my new hero is me in 10 years again." So, like, kinda that same thing where I'm ever growing and my drive is never going to stop, like
Like, I mean, really, it sounds like you wanna be a living example as well.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
and then the same thing is, like, afterwards, obviously, one day it'll happen is I want to, like, have nobody look at me with any bad connotation whatsoever, and again, that
that's impossible.
no, it is impossible, but that's my drive, like,
Yeah. No, I get it.
I want people to look at me and be like, "Dude, that person lit up the room every time he fucking walked in."
Yeah.
Whether
I still hear sorry, let me cut you off. My thing's being weird.
no,
Am
yeah,
I
you're still here. Yeah, you're here.
okay. Okay, cool.
No, yeah, like, that's my goal.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I can say that you definitely live and breathe that for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
I mean, since I've been here as well, like, no one has a bad thing to say about you. Everyone's like, "Hey," like, they're always just giving you kudos, and it's not disingenuine when people say that. Like, the first day I think it was the first day that I even started here, obviously, most of us are, virtual. I know we live in the same state, but you're on mute. You fucking fingered it again.
I was like, for those of you who don't know, me and Brian work together. That's what he's talking about right now.
Yeah, yeah, so we met at our current job, and we're all, what's the word I'm looking for? Remote.
Remote, yep.
But you pinged me the first day and was like, "Hey, man, like, we should grab coffee," or and then you said, "Or a drink sometime."
As
I
we're
was
just
like,
talking about people
"I'm
not
not a huge
drink.
coffee drinker. I'm also not a big drinker, but let's do a drink." Uh, but no, it's just it was just genuine, man. It's just how you carry yourself. I've got to go to a trade show with you. I've got to see you mingle with the other people that were just in town for our retreat.
Yeah,
You're just a fucking stand-up dude, man. Like, and that's hard to find.
appreciate you,
You
man.
and there's a lot of people that seem like they're stand-up, but you can sniff that shit out real quick. And that's
I feel like we've touched on that a lot, yeah, like,
yeah, yeah. That is one thing I feel like become so in tune with is just the bullshit since being here.
yeah. My sniffer's pretty fucking good. I can smell that
Oh,
shit from a mile
what?
away.
And see, my sniffer still works because I don't sniff what everyone else is sniffing here.
Dude, that's a fucking damn. Put that in a fucking quote. Holy shit.
Oh, hey, it's fucking hot here, but it's always snowing.
It always smell like shit.
Well,
The heat does make dog shit smell horrible, by the way.
Well, dude, it makes it easier to pick up though, because it, like, becomes fossilized. Where in
Oh,
the
true.
Midwest, you keep it in the yard for a day and it's
It fucking
fucking
sticks to
gross.
the grass and the
Yo,
dirt and
what?
everything. Yeah.
Here it's, like, fossilized, and you're like, "This is easy to pick up."
Awesome, man. Alright, well, we're pretty deep in. I think that's
Well,
all
I could
that's
ask one more thing before we jump
oh,
off.
you fucker.
No, well, barely know her.
Pause. Fucker, I
Uh,
barely know her.
yeah. Where is all this gonna be on? Do you plan on this being on, like, YouTube? You plan
Damn, you're hitting me with the plug shit.
well,
Um,
people gotta find it.
yeah, it's gonna be, YouTube to start. Um, I'm unlike you, and I'm a piece of shit, and I shotgun stuff sometimes, so I haven't even created my YouTube channel.
Ugh.
But when they see this, they're obviously it's gonna be on a YouTube channel, which will be tomorrow. I'm just gonna post it tomorrow. Um,
Oh,
so they're gonna
wait, so you're gonna have your YouTube channel set up by, like, tonight or tomorrow, and then you're just gonna upload it?
yeah, I'm literally gonna put my logo on there, the title of the podcast, and there's gonna be no other information.
What?
Besides the links to it'll be a sp I'm gonna I honestly don't know if I have to get, like, approved for a Spotify thing or not, but so
Okay,
at minimum, it's gonna be YouTube. I'm not gonna create, like, a Facebook or Instagram right now. It's just gonna be mostly, like, YouTube, and then, like, Spotify will be the big one, and then as it keeps going, I'll do, like, a Facebook and YouTube, but I just wanna
okay.
keep it nice and easy for now. This is more of an experimentation than anything, and grow as I go, grower not a shower
Great
type of thing.
word. Hey,
Yeah, like I have my upside down, fucked up fucking closet doors behind me.
my spare room, baby. So
Same, yeah, like, if I showed you guys my floor right now, it's just dirty as all get out. So, it's gonna be ever growing. Um, so YouTube for sure, it'll link will I mean, the only way they're gonna be able to see this is where it's on YouTube, so
wha how are you gonna get the word out, though, that it's even on YouTube? Are you gonna become a little
I'm
more
gonna just gonna post it on my socials,
yeah,
for right
yeah,
now. So like Dylan's socials for I'll post it on my Twitter, my Instagram, um, probably not my TikTok. My TikTok's a little weird. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter will be like my three main things. And then where you'll actually be able to watch the video to start with will be YouTube.
okay.
And then to get more audio and video stuff will eventually be Spotify as well because it's easier to listen and watch a Spotify video where you can actually, like, lock your phone where YouTube isn't as easy.
Yeah, why is YouTube like that
I
still?
don't fucking know, it's stupid. Maybe they can now. I don't know, I don't watch YouTube videos that much anymore.
That's the main thing I watch, and that's what pisses me off because 'cause I'm
Oh,
like,
so
"God,
you can't do it. Oh, yeah. So, like,
no." Yeah, no, it's
th
so fucking annoying, it drives me nuts.
that's why, like, all the podcasts I watch are on Spotify because, yeah, I can lock my phone.
Yeah, but I love watching because I watch podcasts too, but it's, like, cool to actually watch the interaction rather than just
Mhm.
because you can,
Yeah.
like,
So,
see the reactions, the laughter, whatever, anger, you fucking name it.
I think I can upload the video onto Spotify. I might have to jump through some hoops, like the
Mhm.
video of it. I don't but that's the other thing is I don't know if you need the approval first through, like, their Spotify, maybe you have to grow a certain level first. I
Okay.
don't know, but I know that there's tons of people with podcasts out there that have all their videos on there, so
Well, hey, I use one that everyone makes fun of, and maybe it's easier to get onto. It's, the Amazon Music. I
ooh.
they have a ton of I don't listen to their podcasts, but they have a whole podcast section, so I don't know if you can upload it to that. Maybe
N that's
maybe
my
very
goal is, like,
less.
is Amazon, Apple, Spotify,
Yeah.
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Facebook and Instagram will be just Facebook will just be, like, the link to the video, like, in a post, so
Yeah.
it won't be posted, but then, like, Facebook and Instagram, then eventually and, like, TikTok will be, like, just short clips, so
Yep.
I
I think
probably
you put on TikTok would not be a terrible idea. I don't even have TikTok, so this sounds hypocritical, but I've heard that's a really good way to get whatever you're trying to do out there.
No, yeah, it'll be very good for, like, short clip format because
Yeah.
you can't do like, we're at almost 2 hours right now, like, I can't put 2 hours on TikTok, but
Well, sure.
I
Yeah.
think you can put, like, 15 to 20 minutes on there, which is
Oh,
still
really?
which is still a good amount, but, like, it'll probably be, like, 30 seconds to a minute long clips, if not shorter, of little blurbs of stuff to get people engaged to go watch the full length on a different platform.
So do
So,
you like, for Instagram, obviously, you're gonna put it on your current one, right? Like, your
yeah,
so
I'll end up just sharing, like, a short
what
clip
was
link,
this?
like, on my story or a post, and a post as well
Yeah.
too.
How
And
many
then
do a week? Are you trying to do, like, biweekly, once a week?
what I wanna get to right now is, so I'm probably just gonna post this either tomorrow. Today's Thursday, April 2nd. I'm probably either gonna try and post it tomorrow or, like, Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah,
And then what I wanna do from there is start recording a bunch more, building up a library, and being able to release one once a week. Like, even
okay,
if I'm traveling, I have at least, like, a backlog of 1 or 2 just
smart,
in case if I get behind.
nice. Do you know
Yeah.
who's gonna be on the next one?
I don't. I got some good ideas. Our boss John, I think, is gonna be one of the next ones. My dad wants to do one
Oh,
really
nice.
bad as well too. So good old Chris Neitzer wants to do one. So I'll probably
Daddy answered.
yeah, we'll get into some fucking crazy shit with him too. Um, but no, that's the only 3 people besides Alicia that I've talked to is the only people I've told it about. So I've kept it. I think I sent it in like one of our group chats for work, but we'll see what
Did
happens.
you? Did you is that why my phone's fucking blowing up?
I have no idea. I turned my phone was blowing up, so I turned it on do not disturb, but
Yeah, I felt it vibrating. I usually like it, but
yeah, I know. Normally mine's like under my ass, so it's just feeling great.
call myself.
All right, buddy. Have a good night with you and the wifey. Well, future wifey, hopefully, knock on wood.
Mhm.
I think my wife just got home. We're gonna get some food. I
Nice.
appreciate you for episode 1. Thanks for not making this awkward and weird. I think it was like actually really good.
Yeah,
Format's
like
very loose, just like
your butthole.
oh, fuck. I
Well,
cannot share this with coworkers now, but
yeah, you can. Oh, yeah, like, we didn't say all this shit
yeah,
and
I didn't rip ass on the fucking thing, vibrate the whole world.
dude, I told my dad about that today.
That's fucking awesome.
I was catching up with it, I'm like, I don't know how I got I think what I did the previous weekend got brought up, and I was like, "Oh, it was a company retreat."
Yeah.
Um, obviously, like, he already knew sounds so gay. He already knew about you just because like, we've been hanging out, so I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hang with Dylan more, hang amongst the team, and
Yeah.
my dad equally loves farts, like, they're the fucking
Dude, farts are great.
dude, it's free humor.
It's free entertainment for sure.
Yeah, so I told him, I was like, "Yeah, we're sitting there and Dylan's telling a story, and I have my hand on his chair, and it's like a wooden chair, and I'm, like, tuned into your story, so, like, I'm
I
focused."
forgot that it was mid-story.
Yeah, it was mid-story, and all of a sudden, like, my whole body and arm, like, reverberate. It was just fucking bomb, and I was like, "Yeah," the funniest fucking thing is he sat there and said, "I thought I was gonna be silent." I was like, for a guy that claims he knows his farts so well,
Only the smells. I know my smells.
so you don't know if it's gonna be loud or
Fuck, I
not.
guess not. I'm not gonna
That was
claim it.
insane.
I don't know.
I don't know if Dylan's like,
Maybe I secretly did know that it was gonna vibrate the whole chair, but
"No, you didn't. You were just as surprised. You could
yeah,
tell."
I was just as surprised.
Dude, I was like, and I haven't laughed that hard in so
Dude,
long.
we
I
were
was
dying.
crying. I was
We looked at
crying.
each other and we just couldn't stop.
I couldn't look at you. I had to look away.
Oh, shit.
All right,
Alright,
man.
buddy.
Well, go enjoy, wifey time. Tell her I say hi. Thanks for having me on, and I'm down to do this whenever.
Cool. Well, I'll end it how I started. There was a lot of bad takes, a lot of great drinks, a couple poor decisions. So,
Mountain Dew ski.
cheers, everybody.
Cheers, man. Have a good night.
You too.
See ya.